that. I'm so dehydrated. I'm gonna clean off my cell phone case. Hey, BW. Clean off the cell phone case while we wait. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I need to just order me a new one. But I love this one because it's waterproof. Not that I be out here just dropping my cell phone cases. But just my luck, the one time I don't have a waterproof case, the damn phone will fuck around and fall in some water. And I'm like, damn it. And I just got rid of my case. So I had to go ahead and it's scratched up too. It took some abuse. Hey, come on in, come on in, come on in. We're gonna give it a couple minutes or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. This one might not be too long. Y'all like my bun? Y'all probably wondering like, why is this the only? Because this is the only scrunchie I can find that will fit my bun, my little messy bun situation. All of the other ones like they'll snap. So that's why I've been married to this particular scrunchie. So go on and get your. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Oh, let me tell you about my weekend real brief before we waiting on everybody to come in. So there was a Hello Kitty pop-up shop. No, it wasn't. Let me take that lie back. There was a Hello Kitty event at Tiger somebody. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was a place that's in Resort World and it's a place that's in Chinatown. So it was a Hello Kitty event. I saw it on Facebook. I showed Melinda. Melinda was like, "Yeah, I want to go." So what happens is when you go, you get like this exclusive. It's not like a big deal or nothing like that, but you get this exclusive Hello Kitty cup with this Hello Kitty inspired drink. In my mind, and it started at like 11:30. In my mind, we could just pull up, get the drink, and dip. Now she has this limited edition Hello Kitty cup. Child, we pulled up to the one location in Chinatown. That line was down the street. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's 90. I got bags. I said, no, ma'am. It's 94 degrees outside. I'm not standing outside in this line. I'm not going to do that. I said, let's go to Resort World. Now, mind you, the last time we went to Resort World, parking was free. Most of the time in Vegas, if you're a resident, and I probably could have asked the guy, but it didn't specify like with the Nevada ID. Most of the time out here, it'll tell you if you have a Nevada ID, then you don't have to pay for like the first. Some places say the first 30 minutes. Some people say free parking altogether. Some people say the first hour. Most places say the first hour, and a lot of places say free, right? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, bet we'll go to Resort World. I don't think Resort World would be lit like that. You know, we get to Resort World. Mind you, we didn't pay for parking the first time we went. I don't even know why we didn't, but we didn't pay to park in the parking garage. Melinda and I, we get over there. First of all, it was $10 to park. I don't know if that was a flat fee. I don't know if that was an hour. I don't know what that was. but she wasn't paying it. I don't travel around in this city if I have to pay the park. Like it really gotta be like, you know what I mean, like a really big deal for me to be like, oh, we meeting up at this place. Oh, okay, you're gonna have to pay the park, blase skip, whatever. I'll pay the park. But for me, I'm not the pay the park person. I just won't go. Like I think the last place I went downtown to Fremont and I paid to park down there. It was like the first, I think it was like the first hour that you were there, it was free. I had just missed it. That happened to me twice. I had just missed it. Had to pay to park, whatever, no big deal in my mind. It was like $10 an hour to park. So it was like 20. I ended up paying a total of $20. No biggie. I knew that I was going to, because I was meeting some people for dinner, or not dinner, lunch. So I had already had in my mind, like, I'm not going to call people and be like, oh, y'all thought I was going to meet you for lunch? No, because it's pay to park and I don't pay to park. No, I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the last time that happened, excuse me, I was at City Center, Crystals, on the strip. And it was, you get an hour of free parking. After that, you have to pay. So I'm like, bet. So by the time I get to my car, I had just missed it by like 10 minutes. I was so mad. But I knew I was going to have to pay the park. And I wasn't like watching the clock or trying to keep the time or nothing else. I'm really sitting here feeling like the old filter on TikTok. Like, oh my goodness, I need to. Oh, I'm aging. Anyway, so now that I talked your ear off, so needless to say, oh, and then to valet was $35. I wasn't doing that. Not for no Hello Kitty cup when I can go on Amazon and order a Hello Kitty cup. Like, I wasn't gonna do that, but it was gonna be for like the experience. It really wasn't even an experience. You literally just walked into this place that sell like boba drinks, and you got the Hello Kitty cup, and if you were like the first, I think it said the first 1,000 people or 500 people, you got like a special, like, which probably was I don't, probably a towel. I don't know, but yeah, we didn't get that. Sure didn't. And then after we left there, we went to Five Below, because Five Below used to carry a lot of different Hello Kitty stuff. So I was like, oh, no big deal. We'll just go to Five Below. You can pick out something, and we'll head out. Five Below had nothing. Hello Kitty, nothing. So we ended up going to Walmart to grab the rest of the school supplies. I forgot to get a calculator, so when I go get food later on after this live, which will probably be Panda, um, I'm gonna have to stop by Dollar Tree real quick and grab a calculator. Um, and then she $55 later on a bunch of like just plain shirts, a new water bottle for school, blah 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 blah. So that was that. So that was my weekend. And then today, like, I've just been relaxing and things of that nature. Just been chilling. Chilling, 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 chilling. I do have to, as soon as this live is over, I do have to respond to um, my sis text message. She texted me right before I came live. But Jeremy is outside, and I think he's recording or on his phone doing something. And I needed to talk to him before I responded to the text, because it's about a trip. Anyway, let's get into it. So, because I just rambled. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope it was a relaxing weekend. If tomorrow is day one, we got to get into it real quick. So, Lizzo has been removed from the Super Bowl halftime show. I didn't even know. First of all, oh my goodness, y'all get like I'm not even sleepy. That's the funny thing. First of all, who knew that Lizzo was even doing a halftime show? Like, was that announced somewhere? Because I didn't get the memo that Lizzo was even doing the Super Bowl show. But they removed her. And so I've been on TikTok for a couple hours. And the consensus on through the rabbit hole on TikTok is that hey Click V, hey. The consensus on TikTok is that this is like Hollywood's way, basically it's a ritual, and this is their way of like humiliating her, to say that she's been removed to perform on one of the biggest stages. The Super Bowl stage is a pretty big stage. So, what y'all think about Lizzo being removed? Do y'all think that any of these like do y'all think her career is over? Do you think because everybody has their fan base, all these celebrities have their fan bases. Like, do y'all think it's over for her? Do you think that she'll bounce back from this? What do y'all think that like she's gonna have some the next time she does perform, she's going to have like some real plus size women up there with her? Not real, but like you know, BBW times three up there just to prove a point that she doesn't fat shame and women empowerment and all that other type of stuff. Do you think she is going to be on stage trying to prove something? Or are we just is Hollywood just done with Lizzo? Is she now going to be doing Neutrogena commercials? Is she now going to be doing Aveeno commercials? Is she now going to be on TikTok? Where is she going to be? What is she going to do? And the funny thing about it is, and I'm going to post the clip on my channel of Nicki Minaj trying to do the whole NPC thing. And you could tell Nicki was stressed out. Like people in there was like, why are y'all sending gifts to a celebrity? Nicki was trying to keep up. They was sending her some big boy gifts too. Some of that shit I had never seen watching a TikTok live before. Like you see the roses and the glizzies and hot dogs is what they're called. But she was getting lions and hamburgers and French fries and lemonades and roaring tigers and shit. They was giving her some, but she was just like, it got to a point where Nikki was like, "So how do y'all do this with all the distractions popping up on the screen? Like, how do y'all do that?" And somebody was like, "Oh, you just turn off your comments." And Nikki was like, "Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off these comments because, like, I appreciate it and I want to be interactive with y'all." But and I don't know if you have to turn off your whole comments or if you can turn off the ability to get gifts. I don't know. But they told her it's in the settings section. So next time Nikki comes on TikTok Live, she is not. And that I watched that for about 20 minutes. Nicki Minaj off gifts, I would say in 20 minutes, Nicki Minaj probably made about $10,000 to $15,000 just on gifts. And that was just in the time that I watched. Because like I said, people was giving her some big boy gifts. Like you had to and they was coming back to back to back to back to back. So she probably made not in that 120 minutes, I'm sorry. She probably made I would probably say she probably made about $3,000 in 20 minutes. Just off gifts alone. But what do y'all think about Lizzo not performing on the Super Bowl? Do we care? Do we think it's messed up? What do we think? Because there isn't a court date. There isn't like a hearing or anything like this. Like nothing has been found to be like proven. They're really just allegations at this point. So, but it's Hollywood. They move how they want to move out there in them streets. But I guess, it's just one of those things when you just feel like you got too big, or you feel like you a celebrity, so you can just move how you want to move, like that other girl. What's the girl name? Sexy Red. Y'all, like, they are pushing some of the most trash ass people. Like, they are pushing some of the worst music and the worst people. Who the fuck is this Sexy Red girl? First of all, she does an interview and says that, yeah, like, me and my baby daddy, like, we fight, like, we really fight. Like, I pulled we pulled our guns on each other, like, weirdo shit. And she's young on top of that. Then there's a clip of her in her car, like, recording as she's driving. No makeup, no wig, no nothing. She's just a bird, bro. And it's funny because I think is she Gotti's? Yo Gotti's artist? The funny thing about it is these people who get put on and they get like one good one, like, where is Glorilla? Where is she at? Is she just in the studio cooking? Cause the food is about to burn. Hey, the gifted. They're trash. They are full out trash. That Sexy Red girl she looks a mess. She just looks a hot mess. And I'm just like, some of y'all what they needed y'all to do was watch a hip hop doc or something. Like, y'all don't know where y'all came from, nor do y'all know where y'all going. But y'all are not gonna be around forever. Like, y'all just not gonna do it. And then it's funny because there's all these TikTok videos going around, like, people at Beyonce's concert, and they are posting the clips. Most of them are clips of, like, Blue Ivy. And there's I think y'all know who she is. Is it T Williams? It's T somebody. TEE. She's an AKA on TikTok. And she took her daughter to go see Beyonce. Oh, excuse me, y'all. She took her daughter to go see Beyonce. Now, just with the fashions, what is my phone doing? Just with the fashions alone, my phone is doing something. Oh, that's that. Okay, I thought my phone was acting up. Just with what people was wearing, like, it was a girl on TikTok. She was just wearing nipple covers and some shorts. The guys, a lot of the dudes out there, I don't know why the thing was cowboy boots. I don't know why that was like a thing, but a lot of people was wearing like cowboy boots. A lot of, what I'm saying, a lot of girls and girls, had on some heels. I saw some cute outfits. I saw some what the fuck outfits. Like, a lot of the guys that went, that's for the girls. It just wouldn't be a concert I would take my 9-year-old to. Not that some, people around there being naked, but it was like, from what I'm seeing off TikTok, it looks like, you just want, he walking around with the top of his booty out. You know what I'm saying? He walking around with the cheeks loose in a thong. Like, because she was like, this concert, and she's a part of the Beehive, and she was like, this concert wasn't as good as she said it wasn't as good as the On the Run, and it wasn't as good as Formation. She said it wasn't as good. A lot of people were going to go see Beyonce for the first time this year. And I'm just wondering, I wonder if it's just due to social media, but I'm wondering why everybody, because her shows are sold out every time she does it, but nobody really, I guess because we in the age of social media, so I guess shit, if you went, the closest place you would see it would be like Facebook and Instagram, because TikTok wasn't around during the Formation or the On the Run tour. But a lot of people were saying, like, this was their first Beyonce concert and stuff like that. And a lot of people had a blast. It's another TikToker, like, he has been practicing all of the choreography since he left the show. Okay, like he's been on it. So it looks like it was a good show or whatever. But you know, she said what she said. She was like, this show was for a different generation and for a different group of people. And I said, and I rarely comment on TikToks. And I said, what group of people you talking about? I said, are you no? I said, are you saying that it was a little zesty? And she responded back. She was like, your definition of zesty might be different than my definition of zesty. No, baby girl, we got the same definitions of zesty. I know exactly what you're talking about because right before I had saw her TikTok, I had seen the some of the people was posting like outfits and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, was it just a little too zesty? But yeah, she said she liked it. It was cool. She recommended that if you haven't gone to go see it, go see it, go to the show. But yeah, I think she would have probably preferred because all concerts are just not like kid friendly. Like Melinda wanted. I remember Melinda was like 7 and was saying she wanted to go see Bruno. First of all, ain't nobody giving Bruno that type of money. One. Two, Bruno's concerts are not for kids. Like Beyonce maybe, she's a woman and she may be giving, that type of energy because your daughter is over there singing Beyonce at the top of her lungs, you singing Beyonce at the top of your lungs, but that don't mean that she should be at the concert. But I mean, it was Lil Mama's first show, and I'm sure she enjoyed it. But as a mama, it was you probably was just like, why you? Oh, 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 and at damn near every concert, somebody gotta smoke something. Somebody, I'm like, can y'all not smoke marijuana at every goddamn concert? Like honestly, it'd be the addictions for me. But yeah, everybody, nobody has said that. The only thing a lot of people are saying is that outside of Be Love because she just giving mama vibes, grandmama vibes. But everybody is saying that the concert is pretty cool. Everybody, I haven't heard not an complaint. It was then we're gonna get into something else because now I'm just rambling. It was another lady on TikTok. See what I'm saying? And she thought that the concert, for some reason, she thought the concert was not this past Friday, but this coming up Friday. And she never thought to after she got the tickets, she never thought about it again. She missed the concert. I think it was the Atlanta one. The Atlanta one was the one that was this past Friday, right? Yeah. It was the Atlanta concert. And she got her dates mixed up. And she missed it. And do you know how mad I would be if I spent damn near $800 on some tickets and got the date wrong? Oh, I would cry. I would cry because you can't get a refund. They do ask you if you want insurance on your tickets, but I don't know if that applies to something like that. Hey, Michelle, I don't know if that applies to getting your money back for the concert if you just missed it. I don't know if that applies, but I would definitely call my bank. Somebody stole my card and bought Beyonce tickets. I need to report fraud. Yeah. That was a fraudulent charge on my card. Yeah. Wasn't me. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-mm. Thank you. My money will be there within 72 hours. Thank you. Appreciate it. I would definitely report it as fraud. I'm just like, what is going on? I would be so devastated. Devastated if I really had planned on going to go see the concert and just happened to, I got everything ready. And she said it was that she was treating herself for her birthday. And so I'm like, was you going by yourself or were you going with somebody? Because Why didn't nobody tell you that the concert was coming up? Like, but yeah, she said she was like, I made a whole video of me crying on TikTok. I'm like, I bet you did. That was people is paying a lot of money for those tickets. And Beyonce is 42, so the little cheering shouldn't have been there. 42 in September. Oh, what is that? Virgo? She Virgo vibes? Um, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think, because people be like, okay, well, what's the difference between 9 and 12? Uh, it's a big difference between taking a 9-year-old and taking a 12-year-old to a Beyonce show. But I don't know the vibrations of Beyonce's concerts. But from what it looks like, and it's not her. Like, she ain't, I mean, shit, it ain't like she is vulgar or anything like that. And just because you wouldn't, she, to go see the performer themselves is fine. I think it was just the ambiance of the concert goers. I think it was the vibe of the concert goers that had her just like, sheesh. But yeah, but she did say, she let it be known it was a good show. And if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, like Beyonce, I don't know what her last stop is, but I know she's coming to Vegas. So, oh my God, the city is going to be hectic that weekend on. It's hectic any weekend on the strip, but it's definitely gonna be hectic that weekend on the strip. But I don't know if you guys saw the clip, the 2-minute clip that I posted. Remember that lady who went, the lady who went viral on the airplane, and then nobody could find her. Like, no, they said by the time she got off the plane, from the plane to her house, excuse me, from the plane to her house, nobody, like, that, it was like she literally disappeared. Like, and you hadn't heard from that woman, you hadn't seen, like, they didn't have a name, um, nothing of that woman. Like, that shit just happened, and then it was so many different angles that people were like, what is she looking at? What did she see? And supposedly there was a guy sitting like next to her, and he said that whoever was sitting next to her on the plane was like weird, and like kept like looking her straight in her eyes, like on some, oh, I'm going to like talk to you in your brain type of stuff. Because when he turned around, he said the guy tried to do whatever that was, tried to do it to him too, and he wasn't going for it. So what people are speculating is that it was one of them creatures that they keep saying is walking amongst us that she saw, and that's why she flipped out the way she did. So now she pops up, and that happened, what, that happened a minute ago. So she pops up and she apologizes. She apologizes for her outburst on the plane. She apologizes for her reaction. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, why are you apologizing? Like, and to the people who had kids on the flight, go watch that clip. If when y'all get a minute, go watch that clip I put up. Because I'm just like, why are you apologizing? Like, you saw something on a plane. You was like, let me off this plane. It freaked you out. And that's the end of that. But even her apology. And in one part, it looked like it seemed like somebody was there with her. Because somebody said something, she like responded. And I'm just like, that apology, in my opinion, that apology was so manufactured. Because why were you apologize? Like, she never once said what she saw. It was just an apology. She never said, "This is what I saw. This is what I felt. This is what I thought I saw. And I reacted this way because of what I saw." She didn't say none of that. It was just like, I'm sorry for my outburst. I apologize. I didn't mean to, do that. It was, very unprofessional type vibes. Like, it was like, girl, what I think happened, allegedly, what I think what happened is she saw something on that plane. I think that girl saw something. How did I get a paper cut? What I think happened is I think she saw something that she had never seen before, and it freaked her out. And I don't think she was drunk. I don't think it was any of that. And when people said she got off that plane and could nobody find her, did nobody see her, I think that some type of official or officials went and had a conversation with her about what she saw, and she couldn't. Everybody else who done seen some type of alien or whatever, they doing interviews, TikToks, all types of stuff. Nobody literally could find this woman. And y'all know TikTok and Twitter can find anybody. Nobody could find this lady. Nobody. She literally, in my mind, because I was like, oh, she's back. Like, oh, okay.
She reminded me of that dude that saw the Bigfoot on top of the mountain. Did you ever see that? And he came up missing. But he was never found again. That guy's dead. Like, that guy never came back up. But he was driving one day, him and his friend, they see this Bigfoot on top of they see this person walking on this mountain, but if it's a person walking up there from where they were, the person would have to be at least 15 feet fucking tall for you to see this person from where they are just walking up there. This huge giant. They're like, what the fuck is that? And they start filming it, and sure enough, it's a fucking person walking up there. So when they try to go closer to the facility, a car comes up and stops them. It's like, nah, the road's closed. They're like, what do you mean the road's closed? He's like, the dude's like, trust me.
And they say, hey.
Hey, y'all. He's like, trust me, the road is closed. You don't want to go up there. Like, just please. You could hear the cop almost trying to plead with this dude, like, you don't want this. So dude goes home, whatever, da-da-da. The next day they're driving, they see all this military going over to the area, to the mountain where they saw the thing. Just the day before, all these helicopters going over. They put this, like, almost like this facility up there that wasn't up there before. They had put this whole facility up there on a mountain ridge. So when the one day the guy's at home and he noticed that the same car that stopped him outside the bottom of the mountain is outside his house. He's like, what the fuck? He goes out there, the car pulls off. He's filming all this for his TikTok. He ended up doing a video later talking about, oh, we didn't see anything. We know what we saw in your video, first off. I didn't see anything. It was all a hoax, da-da-da-da-da-da. But you can see that the dude's afraid as fuck. You can see him looking off camera like,
yeah, just like this lady. Right. Watching that video, I was like, she looks like she had just got done crying. Or it was like Loki has been emotional for a minute about this shit. It just didn't. You can tell when an apology is manufactured, that somebody is sitting in front of you making sure you saying what you're supposed to say, rather than you just on camera and you like, y'all, I'm sorry, like, shit just got real, like, I was a little tipsy, like, it was a guy that he just weirded me out and I just wanted to get away, like, but she got off the plane and nobody saw her even walk through the airport.
No, they did. So there's tape of her in the airport. There's tape of her.
Yeah, but they didn't see her walk, like, leave out of the airport.
But there's tape of her in the terminal, and she's still saying, please don't make that plane take off. She's pleading with the police, even in the terminal after the fact, for them not to let the plane take off. And then there's even video of her walking past where they escort her out, and then you don't hear from her again. And from the original story, supposedly, from a couple people that was watching it, when she was having this conversation with this conversation she had with the dude that was sitting next to her by her iPad or whatever, there was never any words. So how the fuck did they have a conversation? So when she's talking to the dude, And obviously there was a conversation being had because she's reacting to this dude as if he's saying something to her. He never says a word to her according to the people on the plane. She's just saying stuff to him and he's not saying anything to her except look at her in her eyes. And she's like talking to him like, what the fuck? That's when she gets freaked out, comes to the front of the plane, is like, that motherfucker back there is not real, because he was talking to her in her head. And probably whatever the fuck she saw freaked her out. You could see she was in fight or flight mode. She didn't give a fuck. She tried to get off the plane like, yo, this nigga back here is whatever the fuck this is, I'm not dealing with it. And got off the plane. Whatever they had to do, they had like, it blew up bigger than what they anticipated to blow up. They were like, yeah, you're gonna have to come back and you're gonna have to give this story. And what you saw right there in that apology was her fighting to be like on script. Like, oh yeah, you know, she, like you said, she never mentions what she saw. What did you see? Who were you arguing with?
She just apologized for her actions. Which
what spurred your action?
your actions were justified. You were scared. You saw
You were
something
scared
that scared you. Like, I'm not gonna apologize for being scared. Like,
and just like the dude that saw the mermaid we didn't see it, but was fucking interacting with this mermaid on this fishing boat. He started making all these videos about this fucking mermaid and this thing throwing shit back on. Which is, by the way, y'all, it's impossible. You can't be on a speeding boat and throw something off the boat and then something out of the water throw something back at you unless it's sentient. I'm sorry, that's not, a dolphin ain't playing with you like that, right? And so, and dolphins are smart, but whatever this thing was, didn't sound like a dolphin. It was something fucking with him. He threw this fucking thing out there, he threw it back on the boat. He started making all these videos. He comes back to work one day, and the government had them place this containment facility on the goddamn boat. He's like, look at this shit. That was his last video. You didn't see nothing else from this dude since the government got on that boat. You didn't hear nothing else about this mermaid, about him talking to nothing out there. Nothing from this dude ever again.
first of all,
Because when they tell you to shut up about certain things, they mean it.
yeah.
And I don't give a fuck who you are. That's creepy.
Yeah, when I tell you to shut up.
It ain't worried about me though. I cuss too much. You know, ain't
I
nobody
said
gonna take it
I
serious.
didn't say them, I said I. I said when I say shut up, I mean business.
When you say shut up about what?
Uh,
Or say anything?
But yeah, it was another video. Did y'all see that dumbass girl who said that she had jet ski, sidebar? She had jet ski too far in the middle of the ocean and got lost. Girl, that's all I got. I don't have nothing else for that. But I was watching this other video. It was this black guy on a boat, and he was like, "What the fuck is that swimming like that next to the boat?" Apparently, it was a mermaid, merman, merwoman, merchild, mer somebody, and they were saying like they make this noise to try and get you into the water.
Yeah, sirens. They like,
so that they can kill you.
Entice you. Yeah, so you can come in there.
First of all, what I'm not about to do is save something that's in the middle of the ocean. Because clearly, if you in the waters, you can swim. Yeah, the siren, like clearly, and then you can hear it saying like, because I sat and watched that video like 5 times. And some of that shit I do be falling for. Because some of that shit, if that shit is not real, kudos to the people who be making them fucking videos. Kudos. But it was like, whoever was doing the video, they was like, listen closely. And the damn thing was like, what the thing said something like, help me. Or some shit.
See what I'm saying?
Y'all got me all the way fucked up. So we got the mermaids in the water like scamming. I don't play with them waters. I don't even like going. I've been on one cruise. I don't even like going on cruises for real because I understand why people stay. You have to stay drunk. There's no way you should be on a cruise in the middle of that type of water, but you should still be like coherent. But you should really be buzzed because you really out in all that water. That shit's crazy. And the one cruise I went on, as soon as we got in the goddamn room, guess what was on TV? The fucking Titanic. What will possess you to play the Titanic for people as soon as they get into their room. What is happening? And I'm just like, for the life of me, I just don't understand. But yeah, that lady, she looks, that apology looked like, okay, we've let enough time go by. Nobody is talking about this anymore. Go ahead and issue an apology. She probably gonna do some TikTok saying, her mental health, and she was off, she hadn't taken her medication that day, and it was a lot of stress and anxiety from the flight, and it'll if she does a follow up, it'll be all of that. But I cannot see, but I don't see why I just don't understand why she apologized. Like I said, when you watch that video, of all the situations that we've seen happen on airplanes, you ain't never seen that one. Like, that was a different type of situation. Normally you see, people getting cussed out, people ready to fight, the Karens, the Johns, the Rons.
Another one kicked up too recently, where a nigga was wild on a plane, had to subdue him, he got up, da da da. Maybe I was watching the video the other day. And it was a video of it was a close up of this woman's eye. So it's funny, right? If y'all spend enough time on certain parts of TikTok, you'll get stories. And there was this girl, and she started telling this story. And this ain't the first time I hear it. She used to work in this high-end fashion store on Rodeo. And what she would do is, people come in there, try on jewelry and stuff and blah, blah, blah. So this lady comes in, and she said when the lady came in, the lady already gave her a weird feeling, like just right off the bat. And the lady was like, she wanted to use the dressing room and whatever. And she was like, whatever. She let the lady use the dressing room. The lady put on a dress or whatever, tried on some stuff, and then put back on her regular clothes. But before the lady left, she said the whole time the lady was there, the lady was just giving her this weird look, but she didn't think nothing of it. The lady wants to try on this necklace, and when she went to put the necklace on the lady, when she got up close to the lady, she said it was almost like,
hey, bro.
It was almost like it was a force field that, how you got to get close to put the necklace around them. When she got close enough to the lady, she said the lady's skin was scaly. She said it was green. Her eyes wasn't fucking human eyes or nothing like that. Okay. And so she pulled back like in fear, like what the fuck? And she said that the lady looked at her like, you saw that, didn't you? Like the lady noticed that she saw, but she was freaked the fuck out. She's like, I wasn't about to make a big deal out about it because I didn't know what the fuck this lady was on. Because the lady was gonna leave the store, the lady decided to try on some more shit. She said that lady watched her the whole fucking time she was in that store. She said she'd never been more kicked out of her life, and she left. That ain't the only time I've heard a story where somebody got real close to somebody, and whatever they're wearing to mask whatever the fuck they are, it fails because your eyes are close enough to see what they are. And it's niggas walking around here that are straight up not human, bro. Right now.
What would y'all do if y'all came in contact, if y'all was like on a flight or in Target or, grocery shopping or at a light and looked over and like, what would y'all do? Because it seems like it's mostly happening to white people.
And paying attention, huh? Like it's happening to everybody right now. Did you hear about Peru?
I'm talking about in the United States.
No, but it's happening, right? So like you can't just say, oh, the United States. It's literally happening.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about if anybody. What would you do in the like? I'm talking about here because a lot of the situations have been like here. So I'm speaking to like here.
About Peru? It ain't just happening here. It's happening all over. That's my point.
Right. I'm not saying it's not happening everywhere, but I'm talking about like here. The videos that I've seen here have been like from like older, not older, but like 40-something-year-old, like white women and white guys.
They just had a sighting like a few blocks away from here. Those were Hispanic young people.
Oh, they was Hispanic?
Those were Hispanic people.
Oh, I didn't know
whatever. They wasn't white.
Oh. Was that just debunked what I just said then? But no, I didn't hear about anything about Peru.
You didn't hear about Peru?
Mm-mm.
The government's trying to say now, our government, the Peruvian government said it's aliens. Our government is saying that it's niggas on jetpacks that are trying to scare the local miners out of the area. But I've seen some footage, and that shit don't look like no goddamn miner on a fucking jetpack to me. And if y'all did take a miner and put them on a jetpack, it's because y'all put them out there afterwards. But some of the shit I've seen has just been outright freaky. And according to the Peruvian government and the Peruvian people there, they've been fighting aliens every night for the last 2 months. Literally fighting aliens every night for the last 2 months. And supposedly these niggas are snatching faces. This is what they were saying. Look it up. Look, literally type in, if y'all got it, type in Peru alien or Peru UFO. Y'all see the footage, and y'all can make the decision for yourself whether that shit is real or not.
I remember I told the bitch I'll snatch her face off. Bitch, I'll snatch your face. Give me your face.
Anisha want to fight somebody so bad.
I don't. I really don't. I'm too cute.
But Anisha's not a fighter.
And I want to fight somebody. This is the same person
but I've been in a lot of fights. I've been in way too many fights.
Who wants an altercation every time he dots the door.
I do not want an altercation. That is not the truth.
True story. You heard it here first.
That is not the truth.
But that shit is, like I said, I just didn't understand why she was apologizing. Like, it made zero sense to me. I'm not, and they said, like, what the gifted, what you said, there are people who are like fishermen and shit like that who have actually jumped in that water. Who are you trying to save? And what will make you think that you will be able to hear somebody out there saying, help me, in that octave? Like, with that high, very high-pitched, screeching voice, what would make you want to jump your ass? But they said it takes over you, low key. Like,
I think it's just like the boy that was on TikTok. You develop a relationship with it, and you think you can trust it.
No, they said it's some shit like they said that should be doing something to your brain, and then you just, next thing you know, you done jumped into this goddamn water. Like the black dude on the boat, he was like, nah, he was like, I'm not. He said he was like, this is probably my last TikTok video. He was like, he was like, what the hell? Like, I feel it's one of those things where not if you believe, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Because I'm like, what's the difference between him not falling for the okie doke and the fisherman, like another fisherman or another person out there on one of them boats, and then they be little ass boats on top of that, falling, like just jumping. Like, what's the difference? Because I know the
mental ability, your ability to like ward off psychic attack or spiritual attack. Some people are more susceptible to.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Susceptible. Because let me tell you something. Ain't nobody gonna be in the middle of the Atlantic talking about help me.
Just like,
nigga, you better call somebody. You better swim.
And I want to say this was in Peru too. This was a few years ago. I want to say in the early 2000s. The Peruvians said a ship crashed, and it was a little alien that got out. And when he went and ran, and this was documented all around here, they went in. So the little alien, the ship crashed or whatever the fuck crashed, and this little creature comes running out, right? And it's hurt. You can clearly see it's hurt. So the little girl that saw it is filming, and the police come and everything, and it's by this little gate. It's like a whole legend now that they made of this little thing. The guy goes and picks the alien up because it's hurt. Because the alien, once again, it's saying in their mind, it's telling them in their mind that it's hurt. Like, you can tell me whatever you want. So they're like, all right. So he goes to pick it up.
In my mind, I'm gonna leave you right where you at.
But the nigga didn't cover himself. This nigga died the next day because whatever the fuck was on the alien, he ended up getting super sick and he ended up passing away.
That's why you shouldn't have touched it. Because leave some shit.
Then our government showed up and took the little nigga.
Of course. Leave some things that you should just leave the fuck alone.
By the way, everything I'm saying is declassified by our government. This ain't shit I'm just saying. This is shit that's been declassified over the last 2 years by our government.
Leave it alone.
So they took the little nigga, or the entity, or non-human entity as they call it.
I'm not gonna play with you.
He ended up passing away shortly after.
I bet he did. Hey, Oli, leave them things alone. Leave them alone. My curiosity ain't never been that high. I'm just saying, my curiosity ain't never led me to want to see, interact, be with, talk to, brain to brain. My curiosity does not peak that high.
Years ago, there was a video that was released of them interviewing this alien, and I knew it was real. And I told her why I knew it was real back when it was released. It was released.
Oh yeah, your mind can definitely play tricks on you.
Way back in the early 2000s, of the government interviewing this alien, and I knew it was real because, for one, at the time our CGI wasn't that good, and two, at a certain point in the interview, the alien gets sick and he starts coughing. And the muscles in his face were too good, and the fact that one of the guys walks around the table and he literally starts interacting with the fucking alien, and the alien is still moving. I knew it wasn't a puppet. So you like, it was like a Yoda type thing. There's strings and gears where you can't just walk around them and do it. And he literally walked around the whole table, and I was like, damn, if they did this and this was a fake, this was a good fake. I said this way back in 2006 when I first saw this video. The government recently re-released that video and said, no, that's a real video. That video is a real video of us interviewing this alien. And once again, he's trying to talk. You can kind of understand what he's saying, but at the same time, he's talking to you in your head. And one of the things that I always remember what they said when I saw the original video from the original niggas in the interview was, just because they tell you something doesn't mean it's true. Does that make sense? So if you ever interact with these things, and just because they're smart and they're like, they're in your head, just because they're telling you, oh, go over here, it doesn't mean that that's necessarily true. Just like I can lie to you. Or
that ain't brilliance.
But it is, because think about it.
I can tell you
you just said it yourself. The people that come across silence, they have a similar ability, right? So they could talk to you in your head. Some guys fall for it. They're like, oh shit, I gotta go in there and I gotta go and live this fantasy with this mermaid,
That's
right?
Why folks be getting yoked up in the first two.
And then there's some people's like, no, that's not my thought. This thing talking to me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you, there was another soldier. This was recently. He was doing an interview since they could talk now, and they come into this valley, and there's this big ass ship in this valley, like this big ass spaceship, and he's freaked out when he sees it. And as soon as they come down the valley, they're like, all right, they're supposed to just do recon and get the fuck out of there. He starts hearing one of the things tell him to come and help me because I'm hurt. And the other three soldiers that are with him, they don't go. They're like, no, let's get the fuck out of here. But for some reason, in his head,
they know who to do that to.
In his head, he's like, I gotta go help this thing. To the point his sergeant had to say, come the fuck on, let's go. And they were like, why did you? When the interviewer asked him, why did you go? What made you compelled to want to go help this thing? He said, I don't know. He said, I was just so caught up in it. He said, I was terrified, to be honest with you, but I was so caught up in it, and I could just hear it telling me, help. And I'm trying to, the only thing I can think of is to go try to help this thing. But he said what snapped him out of it was the sergeant's like, we got to get the fuck out of here. He said, but the ship was so fucking big, that's what freaked him out. It wasn't necessarily the aliens. It was the fact that it was just like this massive fucking thing. They come over this hill and they just see this big ass fucking ship that we had just shot down right there.
The gift that I don't like shit like that. I feel like they know who to do that shit too, bro. Like how out of four y'all, only you, because they know that your mind is weak. They know that you ain't been to church in a while.
Or it's not necessarily that your mind is weak. Maybe they sense a sense of empathy, like a deeper sense of empathy with that person than the other people in the group.
Because ain't nothing wrong with you. That's my whole thing. You telling, and you setting me up.
How do you know?
That's just a setup. Because what you couldn't have called some of your homies to come down and help you since y'all talking mind to mind. Why, as a human, I gotta help you? Where the rest of your squad at? Why you can't send a signal to these niggas to help you?
He doesn't know because he wasn't privy to this information.
Of course not.
But he believes that we're the ones that shot down the ship initially. He believes that it's our government that shot down the ship initially, which is why they sent them into the valley to do recon in the first place, which would make sense. Like, why else would you be sending them to do recon in the middle of nowhere? They thought it was a training exercise, but it wasn't. And one of the first rules that all of these people have is that you do not shoot at these entities. Do not shoot at them. They're not going to shoot at you first. They're not going to do that. They're not. wired like that. According to this is our government. So if one of these motherfuckers show up in your backyard, don't get trigger happy and start blasting.
He will. He will.
Like, let it leave. Because you're not going to win that conflict.
I'm like, Wayne, I don't bust first, but I'm going to bust back. If y'all that smart, alien, put a 1 in chat. If y'all that smart and that damsel in distress, why a human gotta help you when it's it got to be at least 1,000 of y'all that's in the atmosphere.
Y'all gotta pay attention to the language. The government has not once called these things aliens. Not one time have I heard the government.
If you could talk to
anybody from the government or any of these soldiers that have come in contact with these, of course the soldiers will be like, call them aliens because that's what we perceive them as. But the official, on every official channel that the government is releasing about these things, not one time have they called these things aliens. Not one time. They call them non-human biologics. They've called them EBEs, extraterrestrial biological entities. They've called them all types of stuff. And what I get from that is that these things have probably always been here. These things have been here the entire, for what we know, they've probably been here just as long, if not longer than we have. And they're just another hominid species here. Exactly.
So bring back to my $1 million point of why do I need to, if y'all, because y'all brilliant. It's the IQ is like off the charts. Y'all can talk to me and talk to me brain to brain. You know what I'm saying? Get in my head and so much. Why do you need to do that to me? If you're hurt, little man, why not to your people? Talk brain to brain to your people.
Have y'all? We have it too, but it's they. And I'm not trying to use this word to be. I'm not trying to use this word to be funny, but I'm using it because I don't have a better word for it. They've retarded our ability to do that to each other, right? But we still have it to a certain degree within ourselves. Have you ever walked in a room where two people were just arguing and you never heard nothing? You didn't hear an argument, you didn't see an argument, and they can even be pretending to be in a good mood, but you can feel the tension in the room. You know what that is? That's a sixth sense. That's not.
That don't answer my question though. My question is.
But hold on. What you're picking up on right there is a psychic residue. You're picking up on an energy between two people, between two biological entities. When you come into that room, or multiple biological entities, when you come into that room and you feel that energy, even if they pretend like everything's fine, you can feel that tension in the room because that is a latent ability that you have that has been retarded by a dominant species in order for you not to be able to convey certain complex thoughts to each other unless they put them in there. Remember, I told you, when they want us to have information, they don't give us the information directly, they give us seeds. And so what they do is they plant a seed in your mind, and then the seed grows into all these different questions and then into a coherent thought. And then collectively, when we get together, we do their bidding or whatever the case may be. If I can communicate my thoughts directly to you in your head, I have no reason to explain certain things to you. I can make you know exactly what I know when I need you to know it. Because and same thing with you can make me know exactly what you need me to know when I need to know it. And it strengthens our ability. The difference between human beings, besides our opposable thumbs, and every other primate on this planet is that we have the ability to speak. And so in being able to speak, we can convey complex emotions and complex thoughts. Meaning, I can tell you that this screw needs to. You understand what I'm saying?
But I understand.
Now multiply that. Now hold on. Now multiply that times 100. If I can talk, or 1,000 or 1,000,000, if I can talk to you directly in your head, I'm not just communicating, logical thought with you. I'm communicating abstract thought with you, not just in a way that I'm doing so in an art way. I'm doing so in a way that you can actually empathize with me on a whole deeper level. You understand what I'm saying? These things aren't just physically, like, I don't know how to put this. They're not just smarter than us. They're physiologically smarter than us. Like, just like how you're physiologically smarter than a dog, they're physiologically smarter than you. Does that make sense? That's
not answering my question. My question is, if I'm that type of individual, and I'm that bright, because that, again, that shit is a setup. Nobody has ever came out on the other end of going to go help Lil Dude or his squad and been good. You just
Yeah.
said nigga just died. Ain't nobody
Well,
ever
that-
ain't
that's
nobody
because-
ever came back
Hold
from
on.
it. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
but they-
ever came back.
but
My
see-
my point is, if you have that type of intelligence, I would like to believe, and my brain says, if I have that type of intelligence to communicate brain to brain, then I clearly, that's how me and my family communicate. It's brain to
Right.
brain. Communicate with them niggas out up there. Yo, help me. SOS, help me.
That's not-
Why am I communicating with a human when I can communicate with my own people and then let them know where I'm at to come help me?
Because there's rules to this. How do you know if they weren't even supposed to be shot down? How do you know what they? Hold on, think about it. If just like if I'm in a safari and I want to go on a safari with animals, I can call out for help on the radio all I want. If a hippopotamus knocks me out of my boat, whatever it takes me, I can do all that. I can call for help, and these niggas can show up. But at the same time, there's probably rules, right, for me to even be in that safari in the first place. It's probably logistics that are involved for them to even come in and help me. We don't know the rules of this whole quote unquote galactic federation. We have no idea.
Okay.
We're only these passive observers. And what I'm trying to explain to you is you're looking at intelligence in the form of that's why I try to. I know it's a wound up way, but you're looking at intelligence in the form of book smarts, right? Oh, they can build spaceships. They can move from one point in time to another point in time. That makes them brilliant. It's past that. It's not just that they're smarter than us. They are physiologically smarter than us. And you're not getting what I'm saying when I say that. Just like you're smarter than a dog, they're smarter than us. Even the government knows that. That's why you can't. And when something is that, I can't sit there, I can watch what it does. I can't put reason to why it does it. Does that make sense? I can't sit there and say, why is this alien hovering right here? I can come up with whatever reason I think it is, but my reason and its reasons are two different. I couldn't even perceive why it's doing what it's doing. Does that make sense? And that's when I went through my experience, that's what I had to realize. I was like,
you can transform yourself and do all, and both things can exist. Like, what you say? Why is it so classified though? Shouldn't we be aware and know how to combat these?
But it ain't about combating something. If something has always been here, right? Let's say, for instance, you are the dominant power in your house, right? We're gonna keep it simple. You're the queen of your house. Nobody can tell you what to do. You've been the queen of your house for years. But one day, you discover that there's something completely else that's been controlling your whole house the whole time, including the way you move, the way you think, all that. Everything that's in your house, the way that you think that you're running it, you're not the one really running it. There's something behind you that's way fucking smarter than you, and that's almost playing you like a Sims game, right? And you're like, oh shit, like, okay, like, what defense can you have to that? Right? Let's even use that as an example. Let's pretend this is a simulation. I'm just using it, just pretending. If these things are that smart, we're like a video game to it, or we're like an ant farm, right? What can an ant in an ant farm do to you as a human? Nothing. What can a video game character that you're controlling with your controller do to you here in the physical world? Nothing. It's the same thing with whatever these things are. Sure, we can capture one. We can physiologically see what their makeup is and what their machines are made of and all this other stuff. But you cannot match their intelligence. You're just not built that way. We're not. You're being opened up a portal into a whole other dimension before we even figure out
open this bitch.
like a piece of what they are. You understand what I'm saying?
Wayne said, "What's a goon to a goblin?"
And it's funny because I've talked to her about this shit for years because of my experience, and she just be laughing it off, But I'm telling her,
I don't laugh
I know
at
this
all. If they said Sergeant Alien P, you gotta go down there and see what's good. See if what we doing is still copacetic. All right, no problem. Me and Alien S and Alien T, we going boom, because that's our mission. We got to come down to Earth or whatever and see what's popping. Okay, either one, I know this shit can get real bad real fast, and I may not come back upstairs.
Right.
And I understand that. Maybe I'm sacrificing myself. But at the same time, you think that I ain't gonna be over here as an alien? Boy, y'all better get me up out of here. That's all I'm saying. If I can sit next to whatever that was, sit next to somebody on an airplane and tell the nigga all about their iPad in their mind, bro, y'all better come get me. What is we talking about? I'm the alien that be just irritating everybody. That's what I would be, because you would have. I would have too many questions. They wouldn't share everything with me.
It's rabbit holes on rabbit holes on rabbit holes with this shit. And a good portion of our inability to understand it is the fact that we can't communicate in our head. A lot of our arguments boil down to a lack of empathy for the other position.
No, right? I'm here for it. That's the thing. I'm here for it. I understand it.
But you're not even hearing me. The reason that human beings will never evolve, or when I say they retarded us purposely, some people call it the third eye, some people call it what is it? This gland right here. They call it whatever they want to call it, but whatever it is, we lack it. Yeah, and that lack of being able to talk to each other in our head is why we still have wars, is why there's still greedy people, is why we will never get to a point to where we're traveling from this point to this point without fucking each other up and being like this cohesive species. Something did that to us purposely to keep us from talking to each other in our head.
And that's why when you come in contact with their ass, I don't know what happened when you come in contact with once they get captured or whatever in they Balenciaga suits. I don't know what happened after that. All I'm saying is, if I'm a little baby alien and I gotta go on this mission, why? But then again, I'm not supposed to come home.
You're probably not supposed to come home.
It's thousands of y'all, so it's your turn to go out there. But once I help you, what's supposed to happen once I help you?
Well, if you okay. The reason a lot of times, supposedly, according to our government, that they believe, and I'm just going off of what the government says, the reason that they believe that that's not the case is because they don't even believe, they believe that a lot of the ones that they've captured are like a biological android, almost like it's a biological thing, but they believe that these things are a part of a bigger collective. So like, just like if one ant veers off the fucking
population
trail,
of them.
Right, but if one ant or two ants veer off the trail, the whole colony is not about to come and fucking rescue two ants. It's not going to do that. It's going to leave those ants to die because the colony is more important. You got to look at these things as like ants, and they've probably been here forever. Like literally, like when y'all think about who's spraying the sky, why would they be poisoning the food? Why would they? When you really break down the question of who they are, who are they? I did it years ago. Who knows? Honestly. Like
nobody knows because you're not supposed to know.
But when you really I hate that
because when I make that statement,
like, bro, you can't just dismiss it.
I'm not dismissing that. When I say because you're not supposed to know, because once you find out, you don't know what type of look at the shit that's already been put out there that we are aware of. Mm-hmm. Once you get that complex, that shit is I'm pretty sure it's mad complicated. Mm-hmm. So when I say we're not supposed to know, because that's some information that you know what I'm saying?
Right,
that you just
we're not even designed.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I say that. Like you're not supposed. We literally like legit not supposed to know everything.
That's true. You're right.
And people say once you find out the answer, then what?
And I think I honestly think that's what has happened with a lot of this alien shit. I think a lot of these powers that be found, we shot down a spaceship, and then but once you got it, and maybe you reverse some technology or whatever, then what? Now, where the fuck do these niggas come from?
If they've done so much that it even freaks them out on some days. Why would you, as a regular ass person, be given that type of information? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so it's given enough to speculate, and it's given I feel like it's given enough we're given enough information to speculate and to have the conversation in hopes that we receive the information and we're okay with it. But once we receive certain information, we're not okay with it, and so they have to step back.
What if these are like the angels and demons? like that everybody
They
think.
might be.
Because like think about it, like
We might be in the Book of
you
Revelation.
know, I'm not even saying like that. I'm saying like this whole time, these things have been like the angels and demons and the muses and the mythological creatures that we like that we give names to, and we say, oh, this thing used to do this, and these people used to get ate up by this thing, and like what if, like,
The different goddesses.
Yeah, right, and we just give them different names in different times. Like in this time they're aliens, right?
Yeah.
In other times they were other things. You see what I'm saying? And it's our brain's way of trying to make sense of some stuff that we can't really make sense of.
Because you're not some.
And even when they find
it's
these
too intelligent.
things, like for instance, the metal that they use for their ships, they still haven't been able to. They could replicate the way it moves and the way it floats and all that other stuff, but they haven't, according to what they say. You know, they can be lying too. They haven't been able to replicate the metal because the metal is just something that they can't understand how they've been able to make that metal. And everything, and they haven't been able to replicate their ships to like exactly. They've been able to replicate the function because all of the ships are made. It's like the pieces are made out of one thing. So it's almost like the ships are made out of a mold. You know how like our things are made out of different parts. Like our planes are made out of parts. Like
right.
The floor is a part. These ships, it's almost like they were made out of a mold. Like a mold. Like it was just like a mold. Like, and then that's the ship. Like all of everything that's in the ship is connected, like in these ships that they found from him. So there's no bolts, there's nothing that they use to rivet anything together. It's like one form, including the panels and everything else, which is also where our touch screens and stuff come from. Their first interaction with a touch screen was on one of these ships. It was when shortly after the whole Roswell incident, a few ships crashed and they got on one of these ships and they got on there and were trying to figure it out, like how to work with it and all this other shit. And they get in there and touch the panel and it lights up. And that's where the whole touch screen stuff came from. And they're like, oh shit, like that's how you can da-da-da. But they'll never admit it. But the people that worked on these programs have been coming out. Since they can talk now, they've been talking about all this shit. They haven't been able to shut up about it. Because before, they couldn't talk about it because they were, afraid of getting killed, or you can't.
But
say
I feel like even with them, like even with the people who, are just saying fuck it, like I'm gonna come out and speak about it. I feel like even in their, like, of course in their mind, like when they telling it to people, it's making like all the sense in the world.
Right.
But I feel like people still can't like wrap their minds around what like a regular, because they're regular person is telling the story.
Right.
Wrap their minds around, because it's like, wait, what?
Right.
Like,
well, no, and all those things, and anybody that's ever had an experience like that, I can tell you firsthand. You can tell the story a million times, which I do.
yeah,
but it like in your head, it don't make sense. Does it make sense? Like I always tell like my friend and my ex, if they hadn't experienced some of the stuff that I experienced with me, I wouldn't have believed. I would have thought I was going crazy. I honestly would have thought I was losing my fucking mind because I wouldn't have believed it. Like you get what I'm saying? Because it's so unreal. Like the first time I saw a UFO, I saw it with my best friend. I had to tell this nigga to come out with his camera, all this other stuff. And when we saw the two UFOs, I can't explain what that's like. It's almost like if you were to walk outside and see a cartoon character walking around, you're like, okay, that's weird. It's like your brain has to adjust to what you're seeing, because for one, you're waiting on noise. There's never any noise. Number two, you're waiting on some level of force to hit your body, like if there's a helicopter or a plane or something, like wind or something. There's none of that. It's literally impossible. And you watch something impossible happen and it's vanish off into the fucking night sky. You don't know what that does to your brain. It changes you. So I can only imagine what a person that lives in an indigenous area that's never seen a thing, see a drone, what that would do to their brain. But for like me, for what I saw that night and for the experiences I had when I lived in fucking California in this fucking particular apartment for 2 years, it's nothing. I can't explain it. It's impossible to explain.
I always thought the intelligence was so beyond our comprehension that they would never be so easily seen by our eyes. I agree. To an extent, I definitely agree with that.
But how do you know they're not all around you right now?
You don't. Jeremy could be telling you about his people.
Like for instance, y'all know they went from infrared to infragreen. There's a reason for that. Infrared night vision was a popular thing when Vietnam War first came out, and the government immediately took the infrared away from the soldiers and gave them infragreen. There was a reason for that, because a lot of soldiers were claiming that they were seeing demons and all kind of shit when they put those infrared fucking glasses on. And this was across the whole military. At first, the first few reports, they tried to chalk it up to drugs. But when they started getting certain pilots that they knew wasn't on fucking drugs, they had these night vision goggles on saying that they're seeing demons flying by the helicopter, they took it away. So obviously there's things, like our eyes only see so much, y'all. Like our eyes only can see on the spectrum so much. Like sometimes there's things around you that you just can't, you won't know that they're there. Like you're not gonna know.
I've seen some people that look a little special. Definitely. I've definitely seen some, you know what I mean? Something is, so is Area 51 fake? Something is happening because 2023 bites.
Y'all heard about Maui?
Area, talk about it, because you've been wanting to get your shit off about Maui for like 2 days.
It's on fire. All those people over there dead, and the news not telling y'all what's really happening. Y'all
prayers
gotta watch
to Maui.
People. Yeah, prayers to those people.
Prayers
but the
to
people
Maui.
saying that the government's not allowing the donations to get there because if it's not FEMA official, the people can't get it. These people need water. They need all kinds of shit. They got Oprah out there passing out pillows. Sit your ass down.
Wait.
Sit the fuck down somewhere. We don't need your pillows right now. I mean, the pillow is great.
It's not. So you want me to just lay on some hot shit with a pillow? Why is she passing out pillows? She got way too much money to passing out pillows.
She's a resident of Maui, and she feels She feels like she's obligated to help.
A resident of Maui.
She's a resident of Maui.
Of all places.
Yes, she's a resident of Maui, and this is what I'm hearing.
So she's like a fucking billionaire.
Right.
And you go and you want niggas to lay on Walmart pillows?
Right.
Bitch, sit down.
So she's out there passing out pillows. The area that was burned is an area that is inhabited mostly by indigenous people. It is some of the most prime real estate in the country. Now listen to what I'm about to say. If you're an indigenous person of at least 50% heritage of the indigenous population, meaning you have at least 50% Hawaiian blood in you, you have right to that land. Meaning the government and other entities cannot put you off of that land unless, here's the rule, unless the zone is redistricted, okay? This is a rule that was only recently been written within the last couple years. It just so happens that once that law was written, that if the redistricting can happen, you can evict those native people from that island. All of a sudden, this firestorm that comes, mind you, from the east. If you live on the West Coast, you know that weather does not come from the east. When has weather, if you live on any island, if you live in fucking California, Oregon, when has weather ever came from the east? It doesn't. It comes from the fucking ocean. It comes from the west. It comes from the west, okay? This storm came from the east. A firestorm of all storms, supposed to be a hurricane, a firestorm takes the island, destroys all this prime real estate. Now, the government can redistrict the area, can sell it off. Rich people can come in and buy it up and gentrify the area now. Now take in mind, the government has said, their initial reports that it was a couple hundred people that died. According to the people in Maui, there's at least 1,000 people that died.
Yeah,
I have
they
a
said
video.
from their vehicles being left in their
They started jumping in the fucking ocean
Yep.
to not burn up.
That's
Our government
crazy.
has not offered fucking any aid. Our president gets on TV the other day and asked for $24 billion for Ukraine and $12 billion for here for disaster relief. Your priorities are all fucked up right now.
Well, shit, Flint's still drinking mud.
Thank you.
So,
12 billion. So you asked for 12 billion for your own people, which don't just include Maui. It includes this whole country, but Maui's obviously on fire. Those people need fucking help. You got Floyd Mayweather flying niggas out and getting niggas to their peoples here on the mainland. That's not. It shouldn't be Floyd Mayweather flying niggas out, bro.
It should be Oprah, monkey face ass, while you handing out pillows.
It shouldn't even be Oprah, and I'm not.
It should be the government.
It should be the motherfucking government. With as much money they taking out my check, y'all can't help these people. Get out of here, bro. That's why I get upset with this shit. But y'all don't even care about aliens who probably been here way before we even got here. Why the fuck would I care about aliens? What the fuck can I do about that? Nothing. I can't do, just like we just said this whole conversation. They're so smart, they're so this, they're so that. What can I do? Y'all can tell me aliens are here right now. What can I do about it? Nothing. But what we can do as people is we can stop them from using energy weapons or whatever the fuck they want to do to gentrify areas where indigenous people are staying. Because that's what's happening. Listen to the people on the ground and tell them what, and listen to what they're saying. I'm not listening to these fucking news channels.
I started seeing some TikTok videos. Hey Roshi, I couldn't even, oh my,
Listen
like it's some
saying.
shit that had some stuff that happens in the
I'm
world
pissed off about
that
this.
I couldn't even imagine having to. And y'all know Jeremy ain't getting in nobody's water, but he better get in his water with
If it's some
us.
fire, I'm not.
Cause if you don't want to get in this water with us, we'll see you on the other side.
If it's a choice between drowning and frying, I don't know.
But,
How fast is the fire?
You better bullshit ain't nothing. You better. We'll see you on the other side.
You go. In that situation,
I'm getting in the water.
That. In that situation, we right next to the water. There's a wall of fire right to our left. There's an ocean to our right. I'm dead. I'm going to die. In that scenario.
Y'all know what Jeremy do? Jeremy will get on his.
I die.
Jeremy get on his back and peace out. But let me tell you what me and Melinda gonna do.
I will die.
Me and Melinda gonna get in this ocean.
Yeah, they'll get in the ocean in a heartbeat.
What I'm saying?
See, I've been in the water with them. The first time we went to the lake, I was like, oh, they getting in the water. I didn't even know they were gonna get them. They got in the water. They got out there. I was like, oh, okay.
We swim. Boy, we about to be floating on somebody's tire. Something. Like, but nobody should ever be put in that situation. When I tell y'all, God has been disgusted. He has been so disgusted. And I feel like he is doing things, that God is doing things so to wake people up. And people will not wake
I'm going to put a video on my channel.
And it's going to get to the point where, what they say is fires.
Yeah.
We didn't have floods. Now we having fires.
People can't eat.
Boy, let me tell you
what
something.
I'm telling you. I'm going to put a video on my channel because we can't talk about it directly.
Hold on, let me get into these comments because I think they might have some questions for you. Hold on.
But I'm going to put a video on my channel about direct energy weapons. I'm not going to talk too much during it. I'm just going to put up the videos that I have. I'm going to put up the information that I have. And I'm going to let you guys like
deduce.
Make the y'all do y'all research and y'all can come to the conclusion yourself. I'm not trying to influence nobody. I'm just gonna put out a couple of the clips that I've seen from Hawaii and a couple of the clips that I've seen people say that are on the ground there and from other incidents that involve energy-based weapons. And y'all tell me if these people making this shit up.
That's why I just could not. Even being in like Texas and or Florida, I just couldn't. Or anywhere like the snow, I just couldn't imagine. I never thought I would see the day where Las Vegas would get to 120 degrees. That's where the scope for me. And then I remember we had an earthquake, and I'm sitting here, I'm in bed minding my business. I'm like, y'all feel that? They don't feel nothing. So I'm just laying in bed.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then it was another one happened. I'm like, I know y'all felt that one. But that's just prayers to those people.
For real.
Prayers to them. What would need to happen, because now it's starting to resurface of them black folks, whatever single-leasons. I'm probably, and I apologize for saying y'all shit wrong. But I just want the island where they over there minding their motherfucking business. If you come over there, you get yoked up.
Oh yeah, you talking about those indigenous people over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
They ain't got the time on them. They do not have the time on them right now.
And are they wrong?
Hell no.
They probably heard some stories about like the white man
and the people.
Yeah.
Oh, Candy K says, so is Area 51 fake?
No.
I'm gonna go with no. Only because I'm gonna go with no. You'll probably think it is because they got the fucking alien jerky that you can pull off on and get like on some touristy shit, but nah. And you literally can't get to Area 51. Like when they say put it in your Googles. It's gonna take you right up the street to Chick-fil-A. It's not gonna get you over there. But Oprah is wrong for that. Oh, she bold. She is bold for that.
She is, ain't she?
A colleague of mine was over there for vacation with her family. They just got back yesterday. She said it was horrible. I believe it.
Yeah, it is egregious.
We
And
said
our
the
government
wildfire
ain't
is
gonna do that.
suspect.
And they ain't gonna do shit to help.
Floyd, Oprah, and Jeff Bezos just donated so much money to the wildfires.
Yep.
She better shit with them pillows. You better come. You better double down with some coin. And all of them should. What's y'all big homie name? Elon. He need to be over there. Like help them people. And Hawaiian people ain't no punks. Hawaiian people get it done. Hawaiian people gonna what them Samoans and stuff. They not gonna take. They gonna make sure they're good. See,
They gonna take care of each
shit
other.
happens to us and it's just full damn for them stress. Niggas don't know their name, their social,
I know, we have
their
that.
phone number, no nothing. When certain things happen in these other places like Hawaii and Africa and stuff like that, them people be like, all right, we gotta get this together. We gotta make sure we good. Yeah, the government or the celebrities, cool. It's cool that they helping us or whatever. But we gotta make sure that we're good.
Yeah, I saw a young lady.
They jump into effect
out there making sure her people were good.
Yeah.
She was stressed the fuck out. She's like, I shouldn't be the one doing this. And I was like, no, you shouldn't be, sweetheart.
Where's the Hawaiian government?
But I was like, but good that you are. And yeah, where's our government?
I said the Hawaiian government.
What do you mean Hawaii? You mean their state government?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's the federal? Where's FEMA?
Well, we know where they at.
The fuck y'all at?
We know where they reside.
The fuck y'all doing? Y'all the ones sitting there saying, oh, we can't. All the shit that people donated, you donated anything to Hawaii today, they don't have it. Why? Because the FEMA said it's not official. The fuck is wrong with y'all,
so
bro?
stupid.
I'm like, y'all niggas is evil, bro. Y'all niggas.
The locusts came too. Yep. And it's a lady who, I think her husband, her husband was taking it wasn't locusts, but it was grasshoppers, one of them recently. And he had to take a blower and the dog was going nuts. And 15 minutes later, he pulled up to the house and he just dropped his head like, God damn.
They were back, right?
I mean, the house is covered.
I didn't even know that was some shit that happened until I moved out here.
God is trying to tell y'all
I did not
something.
know.
I'm telling y'all, he is not pleased.
I did not know that was a thing.
He is not pleased.
I was like, oh, there's really locusts out here in these streets.
He is not pleased.
They really don't give a fuck.
Like, it's man. He probably thought, like, yeah, they gonna go through some shit. They gonna listen to me. They gonna pray about it. We gonna talk about it, and then we gonna push through it. But these motherfuckers don't want to listen to me.
Right.
They don't want to pray about it. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to report on it.
I always imagine that God is like, it's like if we're like, he's like rooting for us, like we're his team.
We're some
right?
awful ass children.
Right, and he's like, all right, I'm about to put these niggas on the field. They're gonna give us a great game, and they not gonna fumble the ball. We be fumbling the ball. We throw the ball to the other team. We be running into the other intersection, and God be like, bro, these niggas.
He was like, I know y'all see this.
Oh my God.
Like, I know I'm putting this shit right in front of your face, but they say he only gonna show you so much, and then he gonna let you just fall on your face and let you learn by yourself. But he is irritated. I've been to Area 51. It's just a big fence and sand. Oh, Candy, don't you tell nobody. I never thought I would have the furnace on in June. It's crazy.
Damn, it's cold over
there? BW said the furnace in June. Where you at?
Yeah.
Chicago. Sheesh.
Furnace. Jesus.
Just like last year, it was a rare tornado in Compton and Carson, California this year as well. See what I'm saying? They said it's August. Why do you gotta have your heat cranked up like that in August? And it's like there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. You just gotta.
I know. I've been hearing all these young people say they want off this planet. And go where? What planet y'all going to? Because if I'm being honest with you, God gave us everything here. I can breathe for free. I don't have to put on a machine. I can fucking, they done took away all the fruit trees, but for the most part, most shit is edible. Like, there's water here in abundance. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck would y'all want to go? Where y'all going?
We still got pomegranate trees in my grandma's backyard.
And there you go. So, yeah, boom.
She used to have pecan trees and some more shit.
Where y'all going? What planet y'all want to go to? Because I want to stay here.
That's
I want this
crazy,
shit to
bro.
work out.
That's crazy.
But I get these kids though.
It's boy, when I tell y'all these movies, like why watch a movie? All you gotta do is live life. Why watch a movie? Just wake up and sing. That's when you go to sleep. And sing. When you wake up, you back in the movie. You back being an actor, an actress in the fucking movie. It's ridiculous. Nobody should have to say, I'm going to jump in the ocean to stop from being burnt up. And they were saying people was really in their cars and just was like, fuck it.
Yeah, some people just said fuck it.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Oh, I
my,
couldn't.
it's my time. Damn.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the people of Maui is finding. I'm pretty sure they really just. Oh, that's just I couldn't. I just couldn't imagine.
I just want them to be okay. I want our like we don't pay all these fucking taxes for our government to be sitting up here and like, yeah, fuck it. Like, who cares? Like that shit's crazy. That's what's crazy to me. I'm like, damn, like this is why why we even have a government. The whole point of us having a government is for like in times like this, for y'all to look out for our people. Not for y'all to be begging us for more money for Ukraine. Come on, bro. Like that shit's crazy. And I say I don't care about the people of Ukraine, but I really kind of don't. And it's not like I care about us more.
If y'all have kids or know somebody with kids, commercial break. Make sure they have guide North on their way. They're gonna be giving them out through September, I do believe. Where you get, I think it depends on. I know in Nevada it's $120 per child, so I'm not really sure how much it is per child in like other states, but just check up on that.
They give y'all free food stamps. You're a parent.
Yeah, they know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I just said they're giving out money, but ooh. Not the aliens. The aliens is over here like, they stupid. They so stupid. Bless their hearts. And then you guys, it was a video where this girl was like, I'm literally in the Matrix. It was like she was looking at it was a deer, but then like the deer had like two heads. And then like the deer went back to one.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what in the hell? The one that got me was the first one with the dog. The dog was laying down, but it looked like it was something else. I was like, look, TikTok will have you stressed out if you let it. And I let it from time to time. It's just ridiculous. In June, it was still crazy here. It wasn't until the middle of July when it started to feel like summer. It was crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we are currently at 106 out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Even the crazy ass people who was going to Death. Let me tell you something. Death Valley was like at 135 degrees. Why was people driving their crazy asses to Death Valley? For what? And they had to be turned around. People out there talking about they losing their taste and they hearing and shit. Yeah. I bet you are, and you should, because it's 135. You can't even bring a bottle of water. This shit gonna evaporate. Like you can't bring. Like what? Why would you do that? I'm just saying, like the intelligence of people is like it's limited. It's limited intelligence. Like it really is limited, and it's disgusting. Like it really is disgusting. And that's why I say everything is a distraction. Because, like, to keep it a bean, Maui happened before the Alabama brawl, right?
Yeah. No. It's happening now.
I'm saying, but
no,
it was
brawl happened last week. Maui happened like 2 days ago.
Oh, never mind then. Because I was going to say the Alabama brawl might have been a distraction to get y'all to look over there and not over there. Because y'all know I swear everything is a distraction. And it do be. It do be low key. I feel that. Sometimes I be feeling like Beyonce is here to create distractions. Don't come for me, Hive, because I ain't got the time. Because her tours be perfect timing. Lord have mercy. But, Here going to outdoor concerts here, and it's beyond me. Facts. Dang, folks with kids get all the benefits. Guess it's childish folk aren't important. Not childless.
Right? Like niggas that don't be having kids can't get no earned income credit. Y'all niggas can't get no free food stamps when school start back. That shit's lame.
They say you make enough to provide for yourself.
That's what
You
they
ain't got to worry about
That's what they
another
say.
mouth.
But you barely have to make anything. I barely make any money with it. They won't give me no food stamps. So, and I've tried. So, they pick and choose.
I mean, my electric bill was cute without the AC. Yeah, this is our last month of our power bill being $250, but that's because we moved and we had to, blah 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 blah. Cause come September and October, it's
You
gonna
can't
be
be out here
real
without the
cute.
heat, without the air conditioning on in Vegas. You would die.
So ask Jeremy why he be wanting to have the AC on like 78, and it be 115 outside. I'd be so confused. He'll be like, it's freezing because it's flaming out there. This is a flaming hot Cheeto outside. The hell? Yeah, everything is increasing. Everything is increasing. Like I was telling him, I forget what did we eat? Five Guys. And for 2 meals it was like $40-something. And when I go get food, of course I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I paid woo doo woo woo woo. So Jeremy is unaware of what I spend on groceries and what I spend when.
I don't know what you spend on groceries. I'm just being on
I don't tell you dollar amounts of like, oh, I spent this much at the grocery store or I went to McDonald's.
Well, I know
Is what
you
I'm
spend
saying.
collectively.
Right, but you don't know that when I go to a Smash Brothers or
Oh,
Five
I
Guys,
have no idea, no.
it's 40. That's what I'm saying.
That's just crazy.
No, my car insurance didn't go up. It's been pretty consistent, which it needs to. That shit makes my brain hurt. I call my insurance agent once every couple months to let him know he is not being a good neighbor. What is you doing, boy? I work from home. My car insurance should be free. God damn it. Oh, did y'all see the video of the flying cars?
I did.
That shit looks crazy. That it can go from, of course it's gonna have to. She was like, oh, it can go from the street to the sky. I'm like, it would have to.
Right. I will hope so.
How else would it get how else would it fly? Like, weirdo ass woman. And they saying that they getting ready so you can make payments on them boys.
What did they start at? Like 500,000?
I don't know, I ain't get that far in the video.
I think they started at 500,000.
They was taking too long to get to the point for me, so I just head out. What would y'all do? Y'all went outside and y'all seen an Ultima flying. I'd be like, I want one. I definitely would be the person that'd be like, I want one. The fuck? What you got? French fries?
The half brown. The one that you bought at the one.
You don't think that's a lot on that plate? You don't know nothing about portions.
I cook a lot of this.
Alright.
You know there's barbecue right there?
Yeah. Oh, it went that way? I did it. Your car insurance went from $124 to $197? Sheesh. Well, since we didn't really get a summer, I hope I can get a warm winter. I prefer for it to be cold.
She likes it, so I fucking hate it.
I love putting on a good hoodie. You know what I'm saying? A little hoodie
Fucking
vibes.
passion.
I love it. I wonder if they gonna make flying tow trucks to repo.
What if your shit breaks down in the sky though?
Well, I'm sure you would get a signal. And now, if you ignore the signal, then that's
What do you mean? Oh.
like when
You're
your
about to
oil
crash.
light come on.
Oh, or your engine goes out. Like your car can stop in the road, right? And you pull off to the side of the road. If your engine stops in the sky,
There'll probably be something that would kick in
Probably.
that would kick in to give you time to land. But where you land at? And who gonna be trained to get these bitches jumps?
You said probably.
Probably because I don't know.
That's not good enough for
I
me.
mean, I don't work for the company. What you want me to say?
No, I'm just saying that's not a guarantee.
Meet George. I told y'all it was gonna be the Jetsons.
I know there's 100% guarantee that I would not crash out of the sky in a regular car.
I told you when the Jetsons came out, everybody was like, "Ooh, that would be cool to have flying cars, and you can just press a button and the food come out."
They were telling y'all what was coming.
We're here.
It was like, yeah, nigga.
He was like, "Oh, what you want for dinner? Pizza?" And you press the button next to the little pizza symbol, and the pizza come out. It's some things I'm here for. So, a flying car, I'll get in somebody else's. I probably wouldn't buy my own, but I'll definitely get in somebody else's.
Yeah, I'm paranoid about it. That sounds like some shit that's gonna go right.
They be like, "Girl, did you see Ron Ron just fly over the house from that bitch house?"
Right, that type of shit.
Nigga, you gonna get caught up quicker in the flying joint.
Ron got that new Mercedes, fucking.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Really think about it. I don't think y'all ready for that noise.
I don't think. Ooh, excuse me. I don't think these people thought flying cars through. It's a money grab along with attention, because what if that motherfucker falls?
That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. What if the bitch fall?
I feel like they would be prepared for that.
You would think so, but with the amount of you would thought the niggas that was in that submarine would have been prepared.
No,
for that
that's a
situation
completely.
too.
They let y'all know that they was not fully prepared.
Oh, they did say it.
Hence the 30-page fucking waiver you had to sign. They knew that they was 10 times out of 10 was gonna get fucked. I don't know, but who y'all gonna train to come and like? I don't know. We not there yet, but we getting them. Well, we got Tesla in them. They charge up your car and stuff, which I heard is a pain in the ass, or it can be.
It can be, yeah.
Unless now they telling people, you know what you can really do, which is so economical. You can get solar, so that you can get the Tesla charger put in your house or in your garage.
Where's that money for all this shit though? Where's the money gonna come from? Are they gonna make the bills cheaper?
Yeah,
Because,
Okay.
They not.
Well, it does, because I used to work for a solar company.
But I mean, you gotta buy. You have to literally buy a Tesla first.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Or buy solar.
Okay. So who gonna pay for that when rent and shit is what it is right now?
You got some people
astronomical, bro.
That's still with the well shit. If you got a Tesla, you probably fine. In theory. Or you could just find a charger station and go to the grocery store, let your shit charge up like the homie do, and let that be the reason for the season. Not let aircraft traffic control keep planes from colliding with each other first. Facts. Where's the money coming from? Yes. They really trying to make that flying Jetsons life a reality. Yeah, they is.
What they're trying to do is.
Cause y'all know you can get you a robot to come and like clean your
and
house.
Got the robot coming now too. That's what I'm saying, man.
And they all coexisted together.
That robot's coming next. And they gonna be like, you were supposed to check in. You didn't check in. You start beating your ass in your house.
It's gonna be Jane, not Jane. Was that the robot name in the Jetsons? Or was Jane
name?
The wife?
No, Jane was the wife. The robot's name was
the robot?
Judy was the daughter. The robot's name Rosie.
Rosie. There's gonna be a lot of Rosies. I'm gonna have me a Rosie.
We're not gonna have no motherfucking Rosie.
I'm gonna have me a Rosie.
We're gonna have no Rosie.
Rosie gonna be lit, and she gonna have on a little apron too, like in the Jetsons.
Right.
Rosie gonna be lit. Rosie gonna get Melinda up for school. Oh, did y'all see have y'all seen the new shit low key on TikTok? So I came across this video because all the so what I figured out about TikTok too, if you watch certain videos to the end, they'll start recommending that type of video. Not that same person, well that same person videos too, but that type of video. I figured that out today. So I was probably late to the party, but oh well. It was a video, and it was like an AI. It looked like a real person till you start to like really pay attention and like you start really listening. You like this is a whole AI. It was like the only black lady, not only black lady, but the only lady that's on death row in is it Angola? Somewhere she at, and was telling the story. And then another one popped up of a little girl standing in like a room, and it's all AI, and she's like one telling this whole story. She's like, one day I was at school and blah 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 blah, and then I started being bullied, and then I got jumped at school, and I must have got one of the girls really good, and she didn't like being embarrassed, and so they called my house. I don't know how they got my phone number. Like this is literally an AI.
See what I'm saying?
Like a whole, and I'm sitting there just engulfed in the story. And she's like, and you know what I did? And it's because she's standing by a stove, and it has water with a pot on the stove with water.
You killed her, bitch.
And she's like, and they came to my house, and so what I did is I boiled some water because
That's what you gotta do.
you're gonna fuck around and find out. And I was like, that's what we do. Like that shit got real advanced. Like I was like that. It was kind of dope to see. I was like, what?
It's kind of dope until you call me at work. You like, our Tesla bot is in here wowing, bro. Like,
You see how he think a worst case scenario with everything? Why can't it just be a
like,
good,
you got-
easy breezy
like,
day?
You're like, I don't even know you can use your gun.
See, he's violent, y'all.
I'm saying, like, that's what we get into.
He's
at this
violent
point.
and
That's
negative,
not me.
and he thinks of worst case scenario.
That is a worst case scenario
with
indeed.
everything with Jeremy is worst case scenario. Like why the robot gotta be in here with me pulling guns?
Because like I'm saying, well, what if that nigga just like he gets tired of taking orders?
Well, Rosie had a whole room. Rosie went to sleep.
So
Rosie
would
took
you
naps.
Would you feel comfortable having to send that nigga to his room so he won't wow the fuck out?
I don't have to send him to his room. If she's tired, go in your room and go to
No,
sleep.
I'm saying, what if she's tired of you?
Well, bitch, I'm tired of you too. You know my bitch just get an attitude with me.
Yeah, she's tired of you.
Well, then I'm gonna plug you in, and you gonna sit still.
You saw Megan.
Because if you got an attitude like that, you probably on like 10%. You like, bitch, you done worked me down to 10%. I hate you.
That's true.
There's a new gas station by my house that has electric charger pumps. Yeah, they have them, of course, out here, but they have them at casinos. The grocery stores, a lot of the grocery stores have them. The malls are starting to have them. My friend has a Tesla, but she charges at the grocery store. Well, they have the charger at their house too, but she also charges at like like she'll go to Winco, and her and the kids will do their grocery shopping, and then by the time she come back out, it's at 100%. I'll be the one. My shit will stay dead. I be damn near driving with my gas light on for like 2 days. So I know with a Tesla, I'll be like, I'll plug it in a minute. And be like, oh, so much for that. What if the grids go down again? Uh-oh.
They will eventually.
If the grid go down, you sit still.
Sit still. Sit still.
Or,
That's our advice. It's to sit still.
yep.
Unless you absolutely have to go somewhere, which more than likely you will not, sit your ass still. Stay at the
I think the problem is that these movies only show you nighttime.
Right. Or they only show you niggas that can survive that type of shit.
Right.
Instead of just standing in a fucking house.
But it's always nighttime. Like, they don't never show you shit while the sun is up. Like, just sit still. Like, the sun will still come up. The sun will still go down.
Right. Other people gonna need information too. You still, at that point, you will talk to your neighbors, even if you don't know your neighbors right now. At that point, y'all will communicate. Y'all will be like, all right, what's going on? What should we do? Those conversations will be had. So you won't be alone.
Talk to my neighbor. Jeremy talks to everybody.
I say hi to everybody.
Well, I'm lying. I talk to the people across the way, next door because they're pretty nice. They're pretty snazzy. And just go outside to burn off some energy. Sleep through it. Shit.
I wouldn't say go out. Stay close to the house. And,
I'm saying, like, go in your backyard, go out on your patios.
Right. And shit, if the shit go down and then never come back up, damn, we'll figure it out.
It will come back up.
I hope it don't.
It'll be like a shelter-in-place drill.
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be like. It would be like martial law.
Baby, when the Grizz went out in Houston, baby, the silence was deafening and it was too hot for that. That's what I'm saying. Why y'all want to bother me when it's a smooth 75? Like, why is y'all bothering people when they below 13 degrees below zero, or it's just hot and humid as hell outside? Like, leave folks alone. Did y'all see the video? I'm gonna start watching TikTok because all I've been talking about is what I've been seeing on TikTok. Y'all see the video? All the people standing outside recording the sky, and the sky was split.
Yeah, I saw that shit a couple times.
I was like, been trying to tell y'all that they manufacture the goddamn sky. Been trying to tell y'all that. Would nobody listen to me? I tried to tell a certain somebody that they make the weather, and he just could not wrap his mind around it.
I would say, not all the weather, but I was like, fucking A, like they using fucking energy weapons on niggas and
That's
shit.
the climate control. They controlling that. But Mother Nature gonna get tired of you, get tired of their ass trying to control her. She getting fed up too. She like, leave me alone. Stop trying to redirect me.
You know they're trying to block out the sun too.
Well, it's hot outside.
That's what everybody say, but that's some Mr. Burns level shit.
Smithers. Pinky and the brain. Pinky and the brain. One is a genius.
Y'all better stop listening to Bill Gates.
That's y'all homeboy. Yeah, they mess with the weather. Yeah, they have been at grocery stores, but then being at gas stations is new here to my area.
You talking about the charging stations?
Yeah, for the Teslas.
Yeah. First time I seen were was in California.
I thought I would want a Tesla, but I was thinking today, like, I was watching this video, TikTok.
Here we go.
And the little boy was he's a freshman in high school now, so his mama was like, come on, I'm gonna start teaching you how to drive. And the little boy, you know how back in the day you would reach under, my car still does it. I don't have all electric everything. Like, I can't move my seats backward and forward, like, electrically. I still, do one of them. And she was like, what is you reaching under the seat for? All you got to do is press the button on the side. My mama's car is all electric. She's like, what are you reaching under the seat for? Everything is all electric. And I thought about it. And I was like, remember when, like, driving a stick was, like, ancient type shit? Because all the cars were automatic. And it was like you over there driving a stick. You was kind of like, you was halfway cool because you could drive both. And I'm like, that's what electric cars are going to be to automatic cars. Like, people like me going to be like, remember when? Or we going to be in the automatic trying to do shit. I mean, in the electric cars trying to do shit like automatics.
Ugh.
I got 2 more years before I teach that one how to drive. I told her I'm going to give her the Jeep. She told me she didn't want the Jeep, though.
She ain't why?
Because her other half told her that she can get any car she wants.
All right, well, he committed to that, so.
I be like, do you not know you just be talking? You be dead ass. All right. My mama keep looking. My mama low-key be wanting to put Melinda and my niece in the Mini Coopers. And my daughter be like, no. I don't know why she be wanting to put folks, because in her mind, you shouldn't have nobody in your car with you. You should have just enough space for groceries. No. Don't nobody want to be in them old bite-sized ass cars. I see them cars, and what is them little smart cars that look like you just blow on their ass and they fall over? No, thank you. The thing with AI that freaks me out is it can activate override commands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it thinks. So
Let
of
me
course
tell you something.
it's
If
gonna
I
do
if
it.
I tell you to motherfucking push 4 buttons for the drinks, the fries, and the chicken, and you over here talking about we gonna have a whole problem. I'm gonna throw some water on you.
I'm pretty sure he'll have a contingency for
I
that.
doubt it. They ain't gonna think that far ahead. I'm gonna throw some water on your ass, and your ass gonna sizzle up.
No, that nigga would think that far ahead.
And then I'm gonna put you out on bulk day.
We don't need. We just don't need that nigga. Like, instead of like even.
They already got the robot dog. They got the little vacuum, the little circular vacuum that moves around
Right,
on its
that's all they can
own.
do. But a nigga with hands that can lift over 200 pounds, and that can like be programmed to probably kick your ass, I'm good.
That doesn't worry me. That worries Jeremy. Because that's a person in his house that weighs as much as him. That's between him and the robot. That's y'all. Then he would have somebody to talk to.
So you stick to shit.
Be like, go talk to Jeremy. How about that Amazon store where you shop and just walk out? Do they still have those? I heard about them.
Yeah.
They have 1,000 cameras watching you, watching what you put. I bet they do. Walmart ain't got that smart yet though. Cause niggas still stealing
Well,
out of
also, like, think
Walmart.
about it. If you have a membership, like if you have a membership to that place, and you steal from there, they're gonna know you in there. Come on.
Yeah, it's like-
you walked in there, they're gonna scan your car or whatever's in your pocket, so they know it's you. And then you in there stealing shit, they're gonna be like, you owe us this money, just gonna charge your card.
And I heard that Costco is it Costco or Sam? Costco. I heard they getting strict on they little punk ass memberships.
What do you mean?
Like my cousin went to the store with her husband and they have the same bank account. They each got cards, but because his face wasn't on the Costco card, he couldn't pay. He had to wait till she came over there so that that they could see that it. I'm like, get over it. Fuck. I keep saying I'm gonna give me a Sam's Club membership, and I forget.
Yeah, they just took away sharing on Netflix a couple months ago too. Everybody want they shekels.
First of all, Netflix, y'all are whack.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Anyway,
Fuck
y'all don't even be having nothing. Every time I get ready to cancel y'all ass, cause they get me good monthly. We could not process your payment. Cause did you ask, bitch? Like, don't be over here trying to pay that auto pay shit. No. That's your fault that you tried to process the payment on that day. You should have waited.
Right.
Then I would have had it for you. But I don't really watch Netflix for real. Jeremy don't even watch TV. And Melinda mostly watch Disney Plus and Hulu. So I be real tempted to get rid of them. And just when I be ready to get rid of their ass, they come back with some heat. Then you sit and you binge. And then you be back at square one. Irritated all over again. Anybody got Paramount? Anybody got Paramount Plus and they love me? Go ahead and send me your
Do we got Amazon?
We sure do.
We do got Amazon. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I have Amazon Prime.
No, I have Amazon Prime too.
What you mean? Do you have Amazon?
I mean, do we have Amazon, like, the streaming service?
Yeah, you just log in with your credentials.
It comes with fucking Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Amazon Prime was just so you can get free shipping
No.
on all your purchases.
Music and all types of stuff.
Alright. I see you.
Some of the like stars you have to pay for. Amazon, I mean not like you can go to Amazon Prime and watch stuff on actual Amazon Prime. But if you want the extra shit like Stars and HBO, you have to pay for that. But you can watch all they free shit.
Okay.
I'm a nail biter. I've been trying to watch The Shot, but I just can't pay for another app. I refuse. That's me. I refuse to pay for another streaming service. I pay for Philo and Netflix. And I used to pay for HBO, but I use Melinda's goddamn HBO. Cause I was like, why am I paying? Because it really makes you realize that I really don't watch that much fucking TV. Like you really be wanting to get stuff for like one show in particular, and I think Peacock is free, so I don't pay for Peacock. I refuse to watch Zeus. Refuse. Maybe I'll drop Netflix and pick up Showtime or whatever the shot comes on. That's you know what? That is a good suggestion. Drop Netflix. If you ain't never did it before, you know they give you like a 30-day free trial. You got Paramount Plus. I know that's right. They say it'll be some good stuff over there on Paramount. But if you've never had it before, I think they give you like a 30-day free trial. So you just start binging. And then once the free trial is up, if you want to keep it, then there you go. If not, you can cancel it. The thing is, they know people be forgetting to cancel that shit. They know. And I'm people. But that's a good idea. When Netflix ain't showing shit, drop their ass for a couple months and get Stars. Because Stars be litty. And one of the Powers is coming back. I ain't seen
Which
Power
one?
since Ghost died, so I don't know. The one that I guess Tommy is starring in.
Okay.
I ain't watched it.
That used to be your shit.
Sure was. I was a big fan of the Big Rich Town.
I think what it was is that the writing got cheap.
And I knew I came from the smallest part. I was here for it. And then it got to the spinoff. And then I tried to watch Method Man and Mary J. Blige, and I just could. I'm one of them people. Like I'm just like I can't keep. I know I'm good. Like how am I supposed to take Method Man seriously as somebody's lawyer, and Mary J. Blige as somebody's like kingpin mama?
Right,
like
yeah.
I just couldn't get into it, so I just stopped watching it. I gave up. Yeah, HBO Max is lit. I sit over there and watch Sex in the City. Every now and then they have one over there, The Secret Life of College Students or some shit. That's a pretty good show. If you're looking for something to watch, I need some recommendations though, cause I really be over here been watching Insecure like it just came out. We had HBO for Bill Mayer. Keep streaming services, they improve your credit. Do they?
Really?
Dude, is that why I keep getting the notification saying your credit? You just got like 10 points. Or whatever. Do it really? I did not know that. Learn something new. Peacock brings movies from the theaters every 5 to 6 weeks. I did not know that either. Cause I was shocked to see Mario Brothers was on there. So yeah, Melinda gonna watch the Barbie movie. And Jeremy can watch Oppenheimer. And yeah.
Every come out the theater so quick.
Every 5 to 6 weeks, huh? Okay. But they don't want nobody at the theaters for real.
No, nobody wants to go to the fucking
Boy,
theaters.
the theater is a fucking.
Spend all that goddamn money.
You go to the theater and it's like a $50 extravaganza. I'm just gonna start buying children tickets online. And then bring me a pack.
Where did she make that shit smell good? She don't make that shit in the air fryer, huh?
Yeah, she made some tots. Put the rounds.
What's that? Oh, the fries?
The French fry rounds. I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow. I don't know what I need to buy, but I'm gonna go buy something. I love a good fruit snack. Oh, I love a good fruit snack. But Omari said them people was not paying him what he was worth. Tubi is free. I didn't know Tubi was free. Good looking. I'm gonna have to get to Tubi too. It was a dude. I forget what show he said. A black dude. I forget what show he said he played on. And it was on TikTok. And he told, if y'all want to follow me on TikTok, it's TGIT. In case y'all was wondering. And it's the same picture as in my YouTube Abby. Um, what was that? Oh, he had told his son, I'll take you to dinner with whatever I'll buy you dinner with whatever my residual check is from SAG after. Y'all know they taxed his $5 check and he got like $3.26.
That nigga couldn't even.
He put he put a slice of bread on each plate and some water. I said, not y'all sending people a $3 check?
For his residual?
Why are they cutting checks? I'm confused. So like Marvel, the people behind, like, so is SAG after like human resources
Yeah, it's like a union.
and payroll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I didn't know what them people did for real. Interesting. I heard the Black Forest one slap. I heard. I'm gonna get them tomorrow. Melinda eats fruit snacks in waves. She'll have moments where she just can't get enough of them.
Yeah,
And then she'll have a moment where she will not, or she don't give a fuck about them at all. Paying rent boosts your credit score too? I didn't know that. Good looking out, Roshi. That's what I'm talking about. Cause I'm like, how the hell is my credit score going up? And I got all of one credit card. And I'm like, what's happening that my credit score is increasing? Shit, I ain't questioning. If y'all want to ask some points, ask some points, yeah. But now I know it's because the streaming services and because I'm over here paying rent. Hell, your credit score need to go up if you got a job.
You feel me? If you put it into this fucking economy.
Give me some fucking points for going to work every day. Shit. You feel me?
Yeah, you're doing your job as a citizen.
Tomorrow is Monday. Boy, when I tell you Fridays, I'd rather, it'd be some days where I'd rather work 4 tens than 5 eights. Because I be wanting that extra day. But I don't mind it. My job is dope. My supervisor's dope. I have a very minimalistic job and it's very stress-free. Like, I ain't been stressed out not one time.
Yeah, I haven't heard you complain since you took that position.
So it's lit. I sit and I turn on the Teen Moms. I turn on a podcast. I turn on something. And then I just let it go. And that's what I listen to. I got broads in Atlanta. I've never had the Body Armor drinks. I've actually never had those. I contemplate getting them when I'm in the store, but I never actually pick them up.
A lot of people come in there when I worked at a gas station and get them, like, faithfully.
They're probably better than
Gatorade.
Yeah, remember when vitamin water was the vibe? Oh, I used to be a vitamin water girly. And then that shit is literally water. And I take that down in one sip. I wonder if 50 Cent still has vitamin water.
Didn't he sell it? That's how he made all that money.
Oh, well, there we go. Y'all see the video of Drake? First, if it's one, and I know I might sound colorist, and I'll take that. He is a really aggravating light-skinned ass person. Like, he is really irritating. Like, what he tell the folks, and not because of what I'm getting ready to say, it's just because he just irritates me anyway. But I guess his son his son was at his show in LA. So he told the girls, "Don't throw your bras on stage because my son is here tonight." Okay. So your son didn't know that bitches was throwing bras. Like what? Whatever. But whatever, Drake. Whatever. But after that, Drake was getting ready to two-piece some dude in the audience because he threw his towel into the audience. A girl caught it. I guess a girl and a guy caught it, and the dude like was trying to tussle the girl for Drake's towel. First of all, grow up.
Don't be dick right, bro.
Grow
That's not
up.
a good look.
First of all, this is Drake.
It's Drake. Relax.
Drake was like, "I'm gonna send somebody up there for you."
Relax.
It's just
Drake.
his reactions to stuff just be so. The way Drake reacts to stuff be so Degrassi. Like I think that's why he irritates me. Like I feel like he's always like giving me Degrassi reactions, and mind you, I ain't never seen Degrassi. It was just never one of those for me. I might watch Daria. Let me see what streaming service Daria is on. I love Daria. You said it's way better than Gatorade. I just bought Melinda Jeremy. Before I forget, it's a 12-pack of Gatorade in the backseat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cause my child goes, "Mom, guess what? We can eat in class." I'm like, okay. We can drink other than water. All right. That bot with the podcast showed up to one of Drake's shows looking disgusted and uncomfortable. It actually was hella funny. That's whose show she was at? I didn't know that was Drake's concert.
She did. She looked hella uncomfortable. Was she being? Is that a part of her act? Though?
Yeah. She said that on the show, like, she's not like that in real life. That's her, she's in character. I wonder when it's gonna catch on and celebrities gonna not want to fuck with her.
Well, some people they go on and do that shit because that's their stick. Yeah.
And I feel like she pandering because she sure was getting all the melon can get get Iggy up there, get Ariana up there, get fucking
Of course.
what
You know niggas are simp. You know niggas. You know niggas love a good shucking job.
You got Tiger up there looking awkward. You got Yachty up there looking like he trying to regurgitate his career, revive his career. And none of them had did the views like Drake did.
Of course not.
I'm just curious to know how long she gonna last. She is funny though. Yeah, bring Carisha up there. Get Diddy up there. If you can get Drake, you can get Diddy. She'll probably have DJ Khaled up there. That would be dope. Would it though?
Would it though? Yeah. Would it really?
And why they don't want to come sit with me?
Would it really?
God damn it. I got a whole show.
Because you ain't got no clout.
The fuck?
Where's our clout? We lacking clout. We have some clout being made. And according to Charleston White, did you hear what Charleston White said?
I'm gonna get in Drake's inbox.
Charleston White said that ever since he did those podcasts with them young men, that they've been trying to get his dick.
What?
He said he said that the industry was gonna give him a bag if he fucked them boys on that podcast. And that's why they kept talking about his dick on the podcast, and that's why he was uncomfortable and shit, because they were like literally talking about
What boys?
sexing that nigga. Aiden Ross and the other niggas he was doing interviews with, and that's why they kept talking about his dick on the podcast, because them niggas do that, but that shit do be like, why y'all keep talking about this nigga's penis? And he was like, yeah, because low key behind the scenes, them niggas wanted to see what it was about, and he was like, I fumbled the bag because I don't want the bag that bad. I don't want the. He was like, now I know. He was like, I was right. He was like, that's how all those niggas be getting on. It's like this whole video. He went ham on his Instagram yesterday. That shit. It was hilarious.
That's crazy.
He was trying to say that they were.
You would, Gina.
Huh?
No, Gina said I never saw Daria. I think I will understand her now.
I love Daria back
Daria
then.
was lit.
I
I love Daria.
Same.
They need to bring back like a TGIF-esque.
This is my stuff. Got to get off.
What?
I may go. Am I singing the wrong right song?
What is that?
I
First of
thought I
all, there
sang Daria's
was
song.
no words in Daria.
No,
What are you talking about?
it actually was. And it's like,
But it
nah,
was.
nah, nah, nah.
Oh, so you actually listened to the song,
Yeah, I know the whole song.
but the whole song wasn't that.
It was though. I know the whole. I know.
Not
all
on the
lyrics.
show. That might have been the song that you looked because you probably looked up the artist and actually listened to the
No, I
song.
didn't look up no artists. I
But
used to
in the
watch- I used
actual
to-
show,
you know how,
there's
like,
no
sometimes
whole.
shows have long intros and sometimes they have like short intros.
Daria wasn't that. Daria, because I would remember that. Daria never had like a. All Daria was la 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 la.
No,
That's
it
how it
wasn't.
started. And
It
that's how it
wasn't.
ended.
The song is like, you're standing on my.
Jeremy
neck.
definitely went in.
Dun, dun, dun. No, in the song, that she did this.
Is that how that went?
Yeah, you're standing.
Maybe 'cause
on
you
my
just-
neck. Dun, 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 dun. Na 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 na. That's the part you'll remember, but it's a whole song to it.
Maybe it's the way you saying it.
Yeah, it's probably the way I'm saying it, but it's like there's lyrics ain't coming out of nowhere. I'm not pulling them out my ass.
Well, no, that's like the song "The Friends."
Right, and there's a song to Friends.
It's an actual song.
Right, but they sing lyrics in the beginning of Friends, right?
Right, but when you
Same
listen,
thing with
but
Daria.
it's like an extended.
Right,
Like it's a song
right,
song.
Right, no, I'm not singing it extended. I'm singing what they were saying
Okay,
in the
bro, I
beginning of the
got
show.
you.
Like,
I hear you, bro.
Trust me, I watch Daria religiously. I don't know why.
I got a couple reasons. Ask him what the gift is. Ask Jeremy who he's going for between Carnelo and Charlo. Is this like sports? Cause neither. Of those are those boxers? Because Jeremy don't watch sports.
I do not watch sports.
He does not. Well, why you think he can sit here and stimulate y'all minds for 2 hours? Cause he don't watch sports. Jeremy watch Life. He watched Life. Child, absolutely not. I'm telling you, we'll sit and dissect a whole movie while you watching it for no reason.
Unless it's done perfectly. Like that Mario Brothers movie was a perfect movie. Blade Runner is a perfect movie.
He did have me confused with Daria, but now it's coming back to me. I think it was because he was saying some more words.
Yeah.
Like I ain't know them other words.
Yeah, it had a whole thing to it.
I fuck with Daria though. Daria, put one in the chat. I'm gonna sit here and
Don't
watch.
have me try to remember a song because I can't even get Google. You know how like you can tell like the computer, you be like you can hum the words or whatever, and then it can tell you the song. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It never does that with me. It's just like I don't know what you're talking about.
But he can give you all the actors, supporting
For
cast,
some reason, and I hate it.
the fucking extras.
I hate it.
He can tell you who went and got the
I
water
really
to
can.
bring back on set. He could.
The problem is
He can
sometimes
tell you who the kids is.
my brain retains useless information that I
Useless.
really don't want to remember. And
It's
then I
like
start saying it.
Jeopardy. His brain
It's
is
stupid.
Jeopardy. It's like who. He'll tell me some shit and I'll be like, who? So? Like, who cares? He'll be like, she drink Fiji. What? Who?
It don't be that useless.
I'd be like, who? He'd be like, Sheila Johnson. That was in the Jetsons, season 2, episode 1.
That ain't what
I
I
was like, what?
I be like basic niggas. Like the other day, I was like, when we were on here, I was like, you don't remember who Jack Black is?
He knows all the ABCD list actors and actresses.
For some reason, I do. I remember. If I see you in something, I kind of remember you.
Whereas I'm more music. Like
For
I
whatever
can do
reason.
that somewhat. I'm not as good as I used to, but I can do that with music. Jeremy does that with film.
With movies and words, if you say a word, like my brain, and you say it in context, my brain.
Oh, they
remembers
know. They remember you saying them $20 words.
it. Okay,
They remember.
that's why. That's the only reason.
I'm
It's-
like,
my brain like picks it up, and now I'm starting to pick up other like finally Spanish words where I'm like, why don't I wish my brain would do that with other languages? So when people say words that I can associate with what they're saying, that I retain it. And
Shit, not me. They be Espanol. I be un momento. I don't be trying. I was like, I don't know what you talking about. Hold, please.
But if you think about it, it's not as hard as we make it out to be.
I don't make it out to be hard. I just don't want to know it.
Babies learn.
I just never. I mean, I took Spanish. I took Spanish in high school, and I took Spanish in college, and I cheated both times.
But I think the reason that
I didn't cheat.
I think the reason a lot of us don't learn, and I think the reason I didn't learn, is because of the way we try to learn is by associating the word with the word that we know, as opposed to the word with the thing. Does that make sense? Or with what is?
I took Italian.
Do you get what I'm saying, though? You know how, like, if I was to sit here and say, you know, this is aqua, because in your head, aqua, you can, or agua, or whatever, however you want to say it, you know that's already in your brain associated with water without somebody telling you that. You know that. But if you didn't know the Spanish word for water, and just inherently, you would try to match it with water instead of matching agua with the actual thing of water, if that makes sense. Like bottle, for instance. What's the Spanish word for bottle? I have no idea, right? Because if I was to learn it right now, I would try to associate it with the word as opposed to with bottle. But I'm starting to actually remember the word with the thing as opposed to with the word. I don't know, it's stupid.
Gotcha. That makes sense to me. I just never want to retain the information.
What if you need to know something?
Such as?
Oh, anything. Like how to set a bone.
In Spanish?
No. What if you need to talk to somebody that only speaks Spanish?
Where that's going to be at? Spain?
You literally live in the Western United. It happens to me all the time.
It don't.
It literally does.
To where you got to communicate with people in Spanish?
I don't have to communicate with them in Spanish, but I don't know what the fuck they saying, so I try to understand it. You see what I'm saying? There's whole families that come in and I don't know what they say. I don't know what.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with learning it. Right. I'm not against learning it.
Or their kids try to translate and all that other stuff. I would like to know certain words that I could just, not just words, but I would like to be able to put together at least basic enough sentences to where I'm like, I know what they're saying.
Yeah, I just be like, let me call the translate line.
You know what the Japanese do when they come out here, right?
And at work, when you on certain jobs, like call center jobs, if you didn't get that certificate, you can't talk to them anyway. You have to translate, put them in the Spanish queue. So even if I knew Spanish, and knew that shit, right. If I didn't tell them that I was a Spanish speaker and I would just went and got my shit off in Spanish to a customer, they'd be like, no, don't do that again. Transfer.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because they don't have me down as being a Spanish speaker.
Really?
So I could be saying all the wrong shit. And they said that test, when I worked for the credit card company, and it was some Hispanic people that wanted, because you get paid more too. And they said that test was hard.
Right, because they want you to speak proper Spanish. Just like that, like they would want you to speak proper English, they won't want you to speak proper Spanish.
It was a girl, she kept failing it, and she was in tears. I'm like, how the fuck do you keep... She was like, it's so hard, Nisha. I was like, damn. So she gave up. She said, fuck that.
Yeah, she's speaking ghetto Spanish.
She said, fuck that.
Don't keep hurting my feelings.
LOL waking up like, who was the 11th president of the United States? Child, Jeremy keeps me in Back to the Future. Keeps me there. Remember when... the Romans would wake up and then they would eat at noon, and it's like, you ain't know them people.
She out here trying to make me sound crazy.
You ain't know them people.
She out here trying to make me sound real fucked.
Remember when in the 1200s when they used to take the bottle and make a bullet?
That's crazy.
You ain't know them people. How you know that? You ain't know them people. Nerd is what it's called. Jeremy will nerd me, and I'll just be sitting here looking like, huh? But I listen, because I have to retain my girlfriend of
That's
the year award. So I listen, but I'd be like, what? And then Melinda, who just don't get to the point, you be like,
Oh, she's a lot better now.
so what is the point?
She's 1,000 times better now. But when I first met y'all, I was like, Melinda's stories would be like
Detailed, boy. She gonna give you when they say play by play. Melinda is going to give you it, and there's nothing wrong with it. But when it's something real simple that she's asking for, Melinda would be like, "So, Mom, I was in Spanish class today, and the teacher was talking, but all the kids weren't listening, and so I was trying to tell the kids to stop talking, and then she passed out this paper, and then all the other kids wasn't even looking at the paper, but then and it's like, so, but what did the paper say?"
right.
And she'd be like, "Oh, that I need folders." You be like, she gonna clock everybody's tea in the class first. She gonna give you everybody's tea, and then she gonna reel it in. Whereas I'm the person that's like, get straight to the point. And I know I ramble sometimes. I know I do. But in theory, I'm really at work and everything. I'm one of the people like, get to the point. I'm that person. Like how Jeremy just gave y'all a whole synopsis, and I kept saying, looking at him
Wrap it up.
like what they call it, a summary. Jeremy doesn't give you summaries. Jeremy gives you the whole scope because he wants you to understand. Whereas I will give you a summary, and then you can ask me questions about my summary. Jeremy is like giving you. It's like he's gonna know your question before the fact. So before, he's not gonna even leave himself open to questions.
Well, it's only because I ask a lot of questions. It's because I have to act. I don't be understanding when people tell me stuff the first time.
Yeah.
It's like it goes over my head, and it's got to like I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So
when he explains something, he's gonna make sure he covers
every question,
everything.
Like if I have to teach you something that I learned, I'm going to pretty much cover every question that I had when I was learning it before you even reach that point, or I'm going to pretty much give you a shortcut before you even understand it. I'm giving you a shortcut to what I'm giving you.
Yes, yeah.
Because I think people teach in a whole roundabout way sometimes, and it's like it's confusing when you really don't have to do that. You can kind of like explain. It seems like I'm talking a lot, but it's not. I'm kind of explaining it so you don't have to. You don't have to think about it.
I don't learn that way. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, shit, if we was all the same, then it would be lame. So ain't nothing wrong with it. But have y'all noticed that y'all don't have, when he speaks about stuff, y'all don't have questions about what he just said. Y'all just have follow-up questions because y'all want to know more. Bet y'all didn't realize that, did you? He cool or whatever. I guess he alright and shit, Gina said Jeremy Sport is Chun-Li, right?
Yeah.
You see Drake go off on somebody for saying he was fake braiding his son's hair. Yeah, knowing you ain't never braided nobody's hair and you sitting there like you braiding that boy hair. But he just bothers me. It's an October Libra thing. That's me. See, there you go. Yeah, Jeremy is an October Libra. Jeremy thinks deeper and uses his foresight. Definitely a Libra thing. All right. Look at the Libras. Okay, ain't y'all scales?
Yep. Probably out of whack.
My Libra friend is the same way. There you. We got to October birthdays I didn't know people was born in October. Till I met Jeremy. I thought like, who is born at the end of the year? I knew people like born in October. Like it's like it bypasses like September, and you never really I don't know. I just never knew people who birthday was in October and November, and then he had like little specks of people whose birthday was in December. But January is where it ramps up. January to August is when all the kids is born.
Really? It seems like it's a lot of kids born in the fall.
What, like September, October?
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. There's a lot of kids born in the spring. You're absolutely
January
right.
to August.
You're right. There are. There's a lot of kids born in the spring. I think it's actually statistically more people born in the spring than it is any other season.
That's crazy.
It makes sense. Like spring is like 9 months after winter starts, right? Or after it starts getting cold after October. Fucking in October.
I can't. Somebody said Drake want to be a single baby mama so bad.
That's stupid.
Not he want to be a single baby moms. I know Drake low key mad that people found out he even had a child. I know that shit still bugs him to this day.
Hey, you have to keep that shit secret at first, right?
Yeah, Pusha T let it be known, and he was like, "I'm not hiding my son from the world. I'm hiding the world from my son." And everybody thought that was like the best bar he ever said. Boy, bye. Well, it's safe to say that I'll never be an industry plant. But Lil Wayne, if you watching, come through. I'll send you the link. Chop it up. Let me see who else. I think that's all I got right now. But
Lil Wayne, who else? Who else need they? Who else?
I would love to speak with Weezy F. I would love to talk to Wayne.
See, that would be a fun interview because he's really chill. I would like that. There's a few people that are really chill that I would feel comfortable like just having an interview with. You know what I mean?
Wayne would be like, this girl is crazy.
I think Wayne would enjoy the interview.
February, baby. Let me see, what, as far as like a rapper.
Yeah, my brother's birthday is in February. Aquarius.
They're gonna call all you Aquariuses Aquamans. Oh, the man who hit that woman in the head with the chair, he bailed out. He outside.
Alright. Yeah, because people was getting heated. It was like, when y'all gonna get that man out of there? I'm like, are y'all running money? Like, relax. Are you donating your coin?
It's either I'm gonna buy this pack of chicken or I'm gonna bail this nigga out, and I'm probably gonna go with buying the pack of chicken. I hate this. I really hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah.
It was like, when they folks get together, they get their folks out. What y'all niggas doing? I'm like, nigga, did you donate money? Did you sit up here? You point out, you being real accusatory right now.
If I was to do like shows and interviews and stuff with people, y'all know me, my shit would be all like neo soul and R&B people, low key. I'll just sprinkle in Wayne for a good time, but y'all know me, I'll be sitting here with Erica, Jill, Fantasia, India, Maxwell. I'll even slide D'Angelo. I'll tell them to go get Jaheim from Chick-fil-A. Tank. I would sit with some of the members of Jodeci. Y'all know Mr. Dalvin lives in Vegas. Like, my shit would be like R&B, and I'll be. Matter of fact, where is Trey Songz? Oh my goodness, Trey, put a 1 in the chat if you alright.
He laying low.
I just thought about that. Damn, Trigger.
Because of allegations against him. So
I would love to sit and talk to Janet.
Oh, that would be fun too.
I would sit with Janet because Janet Jackson said she didn't know. What was that she said she didn't know about? Was it hot sauce on what? Oh my God, what? Because I think I put up the clip and she was like, I've never heard of that before. And it was like, oh no, she had never heard of like hot Cheetos. Janet.
Bro.
But then you are Michael's sister, so I'm not in the least bit surprised. Yeah, it was Cheetos. Who else? Chris Brown. I would sit with Chris. Some of the newer people. I would sit with SZA. Jasmine. I would sit with Jasmine. Look at me. Manifest it. Y'all gonna look up and I'm gonna be. So Jasmine, Why did you want him to pick up his feelings? Why was he in his feelings, Jasmine? And why these niggas be in their feelings? Ah! That would be dope. That's what you call men trying to speak in some things into existence. But yeah, I would definitely sit with Fantasia because that's my soror. Come through. Sigma Gamma Rho sorority incorporated. But yeah, she didn't know. Janet didn't know what hot Cheetos was because Janet got that different type of money. When you don't know what a hot Cheeto is, what? That's like not knowing how much a gallon of milk costs. They say rich people don't know that.
Some of them literally do their own shopping though, and literally go to the store. They know exactly how much that shit costs, and they literally talk to the cashiers like normal people, and nobody gives a fuck who they are after a minute.
I probably would be inclined to sit with no. I think Cardi would just irritate me.
I think she would have a good conversation, but we wouldn't be able to record talking to her.
I don't have the personality to deal with Cardi.
I think
maybe
I would love to talk to Cardi.
I would probably sit with Cardi before I sit with Nicki.
Because I've heard deeper shit every time because it's funny with her because every time she starts getting into her bag, she has to shut herself up. And I'm like, okay, yeah, so it's an act. I would love to talk to her because every time she gets in her bag, I want her to continue to get in her bag.
I would sit with all the throwbacks. Khalees, I'll sit with Khalees. I'll sit with what's the Kia? I would love to talk to Kia real quick. My neck and my back. You dig me?
She had a photo shoot recently.
Who, Kia?
Yeah.
Yeah. They say her podcast she be on 30.
She do. She really do. I actually think it's funny.
I'm gonna have to. I keep saying I'm gonna have to start watching it. I had to unfollow SZA. Why? What SZA do? My problem with Drake, the way he ignores dark-skinned black women when they ask for his autograph or pictures. He made Serena didn't let him play her when they dated. Cause Drake is just Drake is one of those who shouldn't be in the music industry. That's what I think. Cause is his music really that great? Like, let's just be honest.
I'm trying to tell you.
Is it really that great? Like, he got a couple slizzles, he got a couple slaps. But I don't think I've ever listened to anything that wasn't on the radio from Drake. His voice, after so long, it's like Keith Sweat. After so long, you be like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? That whiny, talking from your throat? I'm good. Oh yeah, my question from a previous live. What happened to Neo Soul? Is it just SZA? Oh, that would be one of my questions. What happened to Neo Soul? I got the Neo Soul radio on Pandora. I lose brain cells listening to Cardi. Janet was doing the most because chips. Girl, please. Right. Like, Janet, you don't eat chips, sis? I wouldn't want to talk to, and then I'm going to have Melinda sit next to me. But I wouldn't want to talk to Beyonce, but I'll chop it up with Blue Ivy. I'll let her and Melinda chop it up because that's her homegirl and stuff. So, I would like Melinda chop it up with Blue Ivy, you know what I'm saying? I'll talk to her daddy, Young Jigga. I don't know, I might talk to I don't know. Look, I'm over here like it's gonna happen. I might talk to Beyonce.
Well, why not? They let that other little girl interview them.
If they can let that Bobby Althoff girl do that shit,
right.
I can do that shit and I'm way better because my personality is fucking lit. Go spam up some of these.
What the fuck is that? Is that wetness?
Water that I wasted.
Oh, okay.
Go tell some of these celebrities like, hey, it's this girl. She only got like 1,000 subscribers, but she lit. The fuck? Yeah, I wouldn't want to sit next to big YouTubers or nothing like that. I would be sitting with, you know what I'm saying, some folks. Dang, KW, where you come from? KW said Drake got bangers. The best one he got to me is sitting all alone up in the studio. I never thought of me. Yeah. And maybe because the first time I heard that song was in the strip club. Taking off, I took a night off for you. That's my joint. But yeah, Drake irritates my spirit. He just does. Cardi B on some real knowledge type stuff.
Yeah, but she has to shut up every time she speaks. She has to act like a little dumb, like an idiot in order to like be relevant. But when you actually, when she like is literally sitting up there talking and she like starts going there, Cardi B be actually saying that shit, and then she's like, I gotta shut up.
I could sit with Nikki. I could have a real like homegirl esque. It's a dude that's on YouTube who actually sits with a lot of Jill. I'll for sure sit with Jill. The fuck?
That would be fun.
Jill, my soror. It's a dude. I forget what his name is, but he sits with a lot of different like celebrities and stuff. And his shows be dope. They be on there singing and playing games and all types of stuff. Nisha, you know me. I would ask a ton of follow up questions. I hate to be confused, so I always over explain when I talk.
That's what it is. Over explain.
That's Jeremy.
Yep, over explain.
When men music caters to women, they shouldn't be aggy to women fans. Period. Facts. Oh, Usher. I could sit next to Usher. Not when he got on that velour suit and them dress shoes like he did in that clip. Cause who told you that was a vibe? Let me think. But it would be real neo soul, like, cause we gotta bring that conversation back. Where is R&B and neo soul? Fuck rap. Not fuck them, but you know, like we gotta get back. We folks. Jasmine and SZA is trying to, and like I was sitting next to Daniel Caesar. It's some folks out here with some heat. I would speak to some up and comers. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't want to speak to me because I'm not big enough, but like the ones that's big enough for sure. I'd be like, but that doesn't make sense. What do you mean? He was unbraiding his hair. Ridiculous. Terrell, there we go. Thank you. The things Cardi has said about black women in general, I can't mess with her. She's Afro Latina and got coarse hair like she like used when the wig comes off. Yeah, Cardi is different. Who else would I sit next to? It would literally be a bunch of R&B people. Erica, definitely interview Erica. Definitely. Brandy. I would interview Brandy. I'm just saying, if the little white girl can sit there and be, so do you think you make a lot of money? So you don't think you're broke? Like if she can sit there and do that shit, I can sit over here and be lit. Oh well. Anthony Hamilton. Oh yes. Raheem Devon. Yeah, I'll do all the. It would be the R&B. Ooh, not the R&B podcast. Speak it into existence. Let's have a moment of silence for the R&B podcast. Oh yes, Lord. Yes, Jesus. Yes. Did I say Tank already? Yep, Tank. D'Angelo. I'd be like, D'Angelo, where was your antennas? And I think he explained it. Case. I don't really care to sit and talk to SWV and Escape because they didn't talk to every fucking body. I mean, I would though. I'd be like, Total and 702, come here. Y'all remember Subway? You go high and I will sink. Let me be the one to make you weak. See, Jeremy, you know that song. He wasn't outside. Sierra, even though she irritates me low key, but yeah, I could sit next to Sierra. I don't know what we would talk about. I'd be like, Sierra, why you don't want a 1-2 step? What is the problem? They would be through with me because y'all know I like to incorporate a good lyric into a conversation. They'll be like, I'd be like, Erica, I told her you gonna miss your bus. You can't hurry up. I told her because you got too much stuff. and when they see you, they gonna keep on running, sis. From you. It's true. Yeah. Y'all know I like to incorporate a good Kaya. Yes. I would incorporate, y'all know I incorporate a good lyric. I would like, Kaya, when did you know fast forwarding that nigga really was gonna be looking crack? My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Like, did you know? Like, that
She
wasn't
she's a
like.
pioneer.
Did you know? Oh, Tweet. I would low key music soul child. Facts.
What happened to Tweet? I remember Tweet.
Ooh, there
Yeah.
goes my shirt up over my head.
I was like,
Oh my.
she was like really cute. She had like
Ooh.
the tooth.
Not the tooth. Wasn't Tweet the one who was singing Smoking Cigarettes? Cause that was my shit. I had a whole mix CD with that type of shit. Smoking cigarettes at night. You got me something and something. Smoking cigarettes at night. That was my. Oh, you couldn't tell me when you back. Remember, y'all remember back in the day when you used to put all your songs on. Like, you used to. I used to. It got to the point where I was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna get the." Why I had the 50-pack of blank CDs.
These kids will never know.
They will never.
These kids will never know.
No.
They'll never know.
They will never know. Oh, on LimeWire, BearShare, not BearShare. Jeremy don't remember BearShare.
All that shit.
He wasn't outside.
I stubbornly held on to MP3s. I still have a whole playlist of shit I listen to.
I got a whole CD book in
Most
the
of
car.
my shit is off of MP3.
You say MP3, and I got a CD book in my car.
Oh, yeah, you do got a CD in there.
Battle of the old people head ass. All right, y'all. I'm gonna slide over here to Panda. And get some birds in Atlanta.
Express? No, fuck that.
Head ass. Let me see. One more for the road. Trina's rap, but I would sit with Trina. I've seen Trina do interviews. Trina's real laid back. I wouldn't mind talking to Trina. Let's see. One R&B singer for the road. Who would be somebody I would interview if given the opportunity?
Dun, 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 dun.
I would need to know what happened to Drew Hill.
What do you mean what happened to Drew Hill?
What happened to Nokia?
Nope. What happened to Drew
Jazz, Woody, Nokia, Cisco. Jazz is still jazzing. Woody is preaching. What the fuck happened to Nokia? Jazz, Woody, Nokia. I'll be like, Cisco, did you ever find out who was sleeping in your bed? Messing with your head? Taking your place?
And see, that would be a good angle too, because you would have to hit them with it when they least expect it. And that's how you end the interview. You have to end it with a lyric.
I would be
lit.
lit.
They think you're about to ask a serious ass question and you ask them. So,
I'd be like, Cisco, before we head out, I just got one last question for you. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's up? What's good? Did you find out who was sleeping in your bed? Cause who was in your bed?
Messing with your head.
Messing with you. Who was the dude messing with your head? Trying to take your place. Who was that dude? Do we know who this dude was? Like,
I know, because this nigga was like, no.
Cause it blew my hair to the back when Case. Jeremy didn't feel me when I told it to him. Like when I found out, it was like amazing news. What's the song by Case?
Which one?
And he was. Hold on, let me get it. Yeah. What's the when he in the song and he in the desert and he go, I can't take no more. No, he said, I can't sing no more. I can't sing no more, baby. I did not know that's because that man really was losing his voice in the studio. I did not know that. That when I found that out, I'm like, Jeremy, did you know? And he didn't give a fuck, cause he's not R&B.
She claim I'm not
He
R&B.
didn't know what he doesn't know what Case means to the culture.
She claim I'm not R&B, but I'm super R&B.
What? Oh, I'll interview next.
That's a good one.
I be like, so
But these kids won't care about none of that.
it ain't for them.
Are they talking about
They won't be my
butt
demo.
or twerking?
I be like, so did she really have the love that you wanted? Like, did she really have that? Like, was it really butter or no? Like, I need to know. That would be dope. Thank you, Missy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to Missy. I'll definitely talk to the girls from 702. Because, you know, them's hometown heroes.
We call Missy the queen of the glow up game.
I would like Missy.
Missy's like a whole different person.
Avant, yeah. I would talk to Avant. I would talk to Kiki. Yeah. I'd be like, so Avant, so what happened after the 4 minutes? Because we don't even know what happened after 4 minutes. Like, did she let you get that one off? Like, because you said I only got 4 minutes to do what I got to do to make you stay. Like, did it work? Like, like we don't know. We don't even know if that worked or not. Like, did that work? Did you get that one off? Like, Kelly Price. I be like, so are y'all cool again, or is she still not a friend of yours because she slept with your dude? Like, did y'all rekindle that friendship, or you still not fucking with her? Like, I need to know, Kelly, because you said she left with your man, she lied, she cheated, she did all she could. Like, did y'all end up kicking it again? Like, or you still don't fuck with her right now? That would be mean. Then with Case, I'd be like, Case, did she ever guess what you did that day? Because you said, guess what I did today? Those were the words. Did she know? Like, did you ever answer her when she would ask that question? Like, I'm confused. I'm thoroughly confused. Yeah, the old heads would be my demo. They would be my demo. And with that being said, I'm starting to get a little hangry. I'm like, Missy, bitch, you done much of it, man. It's yours if it's super flipping again. I would be so much better than this white girl. Y'all, put it out there for me. Put it out there into the elements. The industry, no, I wouldn't. I got a couple souls I'll sell. I got a list of souls that I would sell if
she always says this. I always tell her who. She's like, I got a list.
I got a couple names.
I got a couple people I'll sacrifice.
I got a couple souls I'll sell. I'm just playing, but if y'all don't see Jeremy no more, just know he made it. Just know he made the list.
Get out of there.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm so loving your vibe on this channel. I see you going far in the future. Thank you. Niche, did you hear about the people that stole the merch at Lil Durk concert? I briefly, that was Jam, right? I briefly heard about it. And then he came out and said, tell him who stole it or something like that. I briefly heard about it. I kind of just like slid past it real quick. Because one, I don't even know who Lil Durk is. Like, these celebrities be going through stuff, and if I don't know you for real, I don't really be giving a damn.
You don't know who Lil Durk is? He sings that song, you know that one TikTok song, All My Life, they trying to keep me down. All this time. You don't even know that song? Come on now. Alright, whatever, I'm done.
How you mad at me because I don't know the song?
I'm done. I'm over it.
How he get mad at me because I don't know the song though? Like, can y'all make that make sense?
I'm over it. She just looking at me crazy.
Oh, Jodeci. I would sit with Jodeci.
Isn't like one of them sick right now?
Probably. But I would sit with Jodeci. What was the other male groups? Jodeci, Drew Hill. Oh, Silk. I'll be like, Silk, so was she late? Because you said it's a meeting in your bedroom. And you said, please, don't be late. Was she late, though, or was she on time? I'm just curious. I wouldn't have nothing to say to Rihanna.
Really?
I wouldn't have nothing to say.
Really? It's crazy.
I'll be like, Ella, Ella, Ella. She'd be like, I'm about to get up out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
112. I was sitting with 112. I was sitting with 112. I'd be like, so why is you fiending for peaches and cream? Like, that's not even a good combination. You couldn't have did strawberries? Like, and what's the cream? Is it whipped? Is it cottage cheese? Like, what is it? Why do you need it? And we did not know you was a fiend. So, like, how you just gonna put words in our mouth? We didn't know that about y'all. We didn't know that y'all was, immature. Let me tell y'all a quick secret, and then we're gonna end with this. Let me tell y'all, not a secret, but let me give y'all a quick story time about immature. I was sitting with Omarion, but he would probably have to be just a little high. Back in the gap, way back in the gap. Immature came out here at one of the in Summerlin. Y'all don't know what Summerlin is, but in Summerlin, and performed at the park in Summerlin. And I just had to go. I was like, I gotta go. My mom was like, nope, you ain't going. And I was like, but I gotta go. Please let me go. So I finally ended up talking my mama into letting me go. My mama and my daddy into letting me go. Y'all, when I tell y'all I fanned out, what grade was I in? I think low-key I was like eighth grade? I forget how old I was, but when I tell y'all, I was on some shit like I'm about to follow y'all bus. Was it eighth? Yeah, it was. It was middle school because we wasn't driving. We had to get dropped off. Y'all, I was like, what? Them, like my friend at the time, like she knew them, and I was like, call them, tell them to come kick it. Where they at? Like I fanned out so heavy. I used to be, and I still like Romeo. I used to be a big Romeo. That was the one for me. Like Marcus Houston had never been the one for me. And then,
which is funny because people in high school used to say I favor him, which I'm like, I don't look nothing like that nigga.
He went to high school in California, y'all. So all black people resembled each other out there. So disregard that statement. Oh!
I swear to God.
All black people look alike in California. No, I'm just playing.
Now, there's some fucking white people.
Oh.
White people didn't know who the fuck Marquis Houston was.
Oh, that's what you call selling premium gas.
I don't think they were trying to gas me up. I wonder why they trying to gas me up.
That's a compliment, because Marcus Houston was a...
It wasn't to me, because they were calling me Roger.
Oh, well, add some context to that. We think you talking about immature, immature. Baby, you on my time. Hey, just come and feel the flavor. Yes. I will, Brownstone, I will interview them. Girl, you gotta do more than just say it. It's funny because when that song plays, people think that Tory just got that one off. Like, these kids they ain't never even tried to hear the original. If you love me, say it. Trust me through it. These kids don't know. These kids do not know. Shout out to my soror over there too. Oh, but moral of the story was I was a real immature fan. Like I had the posters. I had put them in plastic sleeves and a binder. I had them on my wall. It was ridiculous. I used to remember the Right On magazine. I'm probably aging some of us. The Right On and the Word Up magazine. Oh my goodness. That was me. I had all their CDs. I would lay in the bed, sometimes in the dark, and just listen to immature CDs. Or I'll just lay in the bed and just read the insert. All these kids will never. Like, those were fun times. Like, it gave you something to look forward to. But yes, I was at that immature kind. Oh, then I started liking Lil Drummer Boy. Why I can't think of what his real name is. Well, I want to call him Elgin, and his name is not Elgin. I would talk to Genuine. I wouldn't talk to Tyrese.
Why wouldn't you talk to Tyrese?
Ooh.
That's baby boy right there.
Ooh, because I didn't even because
He has been a little odd lately.
I would talk to Tyrese after he got done with his child support case.
Wow.
Because I wouldn't want to talk to him before that. He and
his
his emotions is way too high, and I would want to be on there cracking jokes and shit. You're not gonna serious me out, like you're not gonna serious me out, Tyrese. But I love you though. But I would talk to Genuine. I would like Genuine. Why do you? What in your mind thought that when you jumped at that concert that you wasn't gonna fall? And what made you think that the person doing the sign language was gonna help you out with that? Like, Genuine. And I have to ask him, don't you think it's time to hang that up?
No.
I would some artists I would literally ask, like, so do you think you're in the point in your career where it's time to just let it go?
No.
Because Cisco is on something and I don't understand why.
What do you mean?
Cause that appeal is gone. The appeal of Drew Hill is gone.
Well,
like they didn't went and got like
no.
a whole new set of dudes. Like it's just not.
Niggas
Yep,
know.
Kelly is my song. Wrong. I'll be like wrong.
When niggas can't get on?
When you see her face, do you literally want to sing? Every time you see her face, it makes you want to sing wrong. Stop lying. Every time you see her face, it does not make you want to sing. Mm-mm. And every time you think about her love, it does not drive you crazy. It don't. Stop it. Y'all was out here lying to us. Oh, and then the big boy. Oh, and then I'm gonna go. I promise. I've been on here 3 hours. The big boy would be if he was outside, you know. Robert. Ha! I would sit next to Robert. I would sit next to Robert.
You're canceled.
Yeah, they probably cancel me for sitting with Robert because they'd be like, "Why are you just talking about music? Why are you not asking him why he did that to that and didn't?" I'd be like, "Robert, like low key, I saw the tape, bro. I had to keep it a buck with Robert. Robert, we all seen that shit before they told us if your ass is caught watching this, it's child pornography and you're getting your ass yoked up. Like that shit was passed around the college campus. Niggas was really we watched that shit and it was appalling.
Wow, back in the day, bro.
It was very appalling.
Y'all niggas
Like
wow.
You that was that like what was I supposed to do? I'd be like, but you know, when a woman is fed up, you know, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Cause they put you under the chill. When a woman is fed up is why you sitting there in the jail, okay? And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Well, what he said is like running out of luck. Yeah. It's like running out of luck. Ooh. That is the story of your life, Robert. Bless your heart. But yeah, that's all I got. B2K,
B2K.
I wouldn't sit with B2K as a whole. I would sit. Oh, Joe. Yeah, I would sit with Joe. Ooh. I won't stop until I hear the scream. Oh! Did she ever scream? I just want to know, did she ever scream? Oh, what's the little white one? The little white one. Wow. Girl, it's alright, baby. Keisha? I would sit with Keisha. What's the dude name? The little mixed dude that Tupac was the feature. Oh well. John B. There we go. I would sit with John B. I'll be like, is she still listening to what people say? Cause it's rough out here in these streets.
That's stupid. They were like, all right, this interview's over.
Cause they do know about John. They know about you and her. That's why she listening. Let me just tell you about it. Not Robin Thicke. I'm like, was you?
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy how his career just like?
I'm like, oh, I would definitely sit with Maxwell. The fuck?
The fuck happened to Robin Thicke?
He chilling.
Is he?
Yeah, he chilling.
He good?
Yeah, he's great.
Okay.
I'd be like, Robin, was you really lost without her? Really?
He seemed like it.
Lost without you. Can't. They be like, oh, she really listened to our music. Yeah, Justin Timberlake would be a vibe. I would say with Justin. All I wanted to know is me my. Boy, when that song came on, all I want you to do is me. Boy, you knew. Shit. All right. Not public announcement. Yippee-yi-yo, wanna work money, baby. Yeah. Devontae looks sick because they need to stop. At some point, these like old school concerts, some of y'all just gotta realize that y'all are old. Like Frankie Beverly, bruh is done. Like, you're a legend. Let your legend you. Like, not Adele. Oh, what she sing? Adele has something on fire. Is that her?
Yeah.
What was Adele's first song? Y'all not gonna keep me see. Look, y'all trying to have me on here all day. Damn, what was Adele's first song? Why I can't think of it right now? Oh well, I'm about to be nosy. See if Nicole done put a video up. See if Dalvin put a video up. I'm about to be nosy. Y'all know how I do. If they say anything dumb or profound, I'll be back. If not, it is what it is. I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for tuning in for this hot 3. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. The title of this video is going to be TED Talk featuring Jeremy.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Jeremy name in the title. And that's all I got. I love y'all to pieces. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell everybody you know on Instagram to check me out. Go hit up them celebrities and be like, hey, if y'all letting Bobby Althoff hat sit next to y'all, I know somebody that's way doper than her. The fuck? And then send them this video. Love you. Bye.
Bye.